understand. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
Jason Ellis.
Viking, Moose Knuckle, Red the Dragon, Knight, Danger, Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Pain, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, a scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Thing, Awesome!
Radio.
Gonna take it all the way. You better give me my temporary high stepper.
Thank you.
It's the Jason Ellis Show. Jason Ellis.
Yeah, I'm really pissed.
Michael Tully.
I thought about maybe trying from behind.
Andrew Bruce.
I'm an idiot.
Kevin Kraft.
Who would have thought eating a bowl of gum would pay off?
Mike Catherwood.
There's a gun in my head, Jason. I had to fuck.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
House is blowing up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
You're a dishonest cunt!
Testicles, your fucking mother. Welcome to the show, maybe. Yeah. Welcome to it. It's great to be here. How is it possible for anybody to get better when they get older? Is steroids cheating if you're not in the UFC? I mean, I don't want a fucking trophy for this shit. I just want to kick your ass. Pretty sure I can kick absolutely any actor's ass in the world. And they're all ducking. Everybody. It's all fake. It's all lies. Fake news. He's not even going to DM me back. I know it. I listened to Cavino and Rich show. He wants to fight an A-list celebrity. It's not going to work out. But when he DMs me, the polite way of saying it's not a good idea, so I'm talking about Steve Howe. I'm talking about Ellis Mania. I just talked to the Hard Rock, and the Hard Rock is not going to be Virgin until next year, and they want me to do Ellis Mania this year. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Right now, do it.
I totally think Steve Howe would do it.
He won't do it.
Yeah, I think he will. The problem is, I genuinely think he wants to and will do it. The problem is there's not a real celebrity that can fight him that would do it.
I know, because I heard Cavino and Rich talking about the real fight is him versus Jason Momoa and how they think maybe he did something to annoy, maybe Momoa did something to annoy his wife, Steve's wife. That's their theory on it.
Steve's wife is a super nice girl. She is awesome.
Okay.
Sarah Shahi, she is awesome.
I wouldn't assume any other, but they're right. It makes no sense to fight me. Who the fuck am I? I get it. It's a way better fight. He should fight an actor that's a big, tall, big titty guy. I get it, but it's just I also heard the replay. He was just hyping, man. He was super hyped on kicking ass and taking names, and then for some weird reason, Cavino and Rich said after they were dropping all these Jason Momoas and Ryan Goslings, they go, "What about Jason Ellis?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'll go." You know, he didn't really mean that, and that's the sucky thing about it. I'm too good at boxing, and I'm not famous. Not a, you know what I mean? Thing. You can't. Doesn't make any sense. I'll do it because Danny Bonaducci would fight him too. You know? Oh man, I just kind of shit on myself pretty hard. I don't mean I'm Danny Bonaducci. I just mean. He's not gonna.
You think Jose Canseco would do it?
I talked to Jose Canseco about doing it a long time ago, and I don't know, maybe things have changed, but he had a manager that was saying he needs like $100,000, and I was like, dude, Ellis Mania is. What are you talking about? There's no $100,000 to be seen anywhere so I'm not giving it to you. I had that, I'd just take it. Fuck you. So the only thing I do have going is I've just train all the time, so I could just do it. I could just fight anybody if they wanted to fight, if the right person wants to do it. And because I told the guy, I'm like, I'll talk to Steve about it, and if Steve Howie wants to do it, then yeah, we'll do it in 2019. But otherwise, you need a big main event. You need a big card. I don't want to come back half cocked. I want to come back. That's why I liked the whole 2020. I liked having a year off to fight, to do these little ones, and to trigger these people like Steve Howie and Simon Woodstock to want to fight, or two other guys or girls that all of a sudden, yeah, I want to fight. Oh, okay. Like I'll arrange for you guys to fight, like Luis J. Gomez and what's his name,
Ryan O'Neal.
They wanted to fight. Sure, fight at my thing. It all works out.
Those fights tend to be for me. I don't want to speak for everybody else, but for me, those are the most compelling. Like Sam and Kenda,
Yeah,
and Ryan and
two
Lewis.
normal people that are having a real fight.
But not two normal people that are taking it as seriously as real fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They transform themselves into
Maybe more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Diggin and Mira.
That's funny
yeah.
when you said that,
yeah.
Michael, because I thought about that one today. I felt weird about posting it because, Dave's gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that, a lot of things that happened to Dave, why Dave took his life was because of brain trauma.
For sure.
And then, there he is in a boxing event receiving more brain trauma, and I remember hanging out. I still to this day never met anybody that got bit by the boxing bug more than him. I thought I am doing it all the time, but he would not shut up about it.
That's
he was
right.
out of his mind with it.
Yep.
And then I heard that he was having sparring sessions at his house with his friends in a really unorthodox manner, where they were kind of having beers and sucking each other up.
Ooh.
Yeah, after he left Fortunes and after he had the fight, he didn't stop.
Well,
Is it bad to be drunk and then take punches to the head? Does that make things worse?
If you're at a level where you're not professional and you're having some beers and you're sparring each other, then that means you're going full blast, and it means that the person that is defending himself is not really that good at defending themselves, so you're catching really hard shots flush. So when I spar Eddie Jackson is a professional mixed martial arts. If I spar Joel Mills, we can fight, and I'll get punched in the face, and he'll get punched in the face. But it's not it's just nowhere near the same as the real fight. Like, if it's a real fight, the amount of power I put on everything and the pressure that I give you is a different thing, because now it's a fight. Before, it's sparring. Sparring is to work on stuff. Sure, every now and then you're going to get tested, and you agree to it beforehand. It's like, look, man, we've got a fight coming up soon, so the next couple of sparring sessions, we're going to scrap. You give it a percentage, we're going to go 80%. We might go full bore for this round, But it's not just when you and this is with people that are professionals. So every now and then, I say you make a big mistake, and I see it, and it's coming. I'll take it off. I'll take some off on it instead of going, oh, and boof, and planting my fist on your jaw and knocking you out. But when you're drunk and you're sparring with your buddies in your house or in your backyard, every punch is as hard as you can.
So it's basically the inhibition that comes along with
it's just
drinking alcohol.
Even
is
without
the dangerous
even
part.
without drinking, sparring somebody who isn't good at the sport is a really bad idea. I mean, it's if you care about your brain. Some people will be like, "Hey, check these two guys," and you will watch it because you go, "Oh wow, this is going to be crazy," because they both look. Ellis Mania is kind of like that. The only difference is it's once a year. Usually you do it and then that's it. And in Ellis Mania, if you get tagged 2 or 3 times, that's you don't get anymore. You just have to go sit down and watch the rest of the event. So it's a little bit different than doing it, Monday to Friday, because it's the repetitive thing. So
Yeah.
if you meet every Friday and you and your friends have a couple brewskis and smack each other in the head with no headgear and just stuff where all the little things count, man. I know it's being professional. It's just to me, sparring somebody who's really good versus even when they're beating the shit out of me, it's nowhere near as bad as sparring somebody who's frantically just going for it. Because you're gonna get hit really hard and stupidly. And when there's 2 of them, then you throw as hard as you can and you miss, then you're open for these big giant punches that the other person's throwing. So it's just all round unprofessional, bad idea. But these are old school. This is the mentality of many fighters in the world.
I don't know Dave Mira. I did not know him probably as well as anybody in this room, but I did know that that was his thing. Like he got obsessive when he transferred out of BMX into endurance sports.
Yeah.
He was obsessive. He became the most.
No, he was
into,
he was intolerable.
Yeah.
At Fortunes, he was intolerable. I started to avoid him. I started to avoid his calls because it was just constant about boxing. What about this thing? What about that thing? In a way where it was like, I don't know. I'd never even really bothered to think about it that much. Hey man, I'm gonna stay on my toes more. So I ran 3 miles this morning just on my toes. My calves are killing me. I was like, why would you do that? I don't know. Just thought it would work out. I'm like, man, okay, you're crazy. Crazy person. But that's what it takes to be really, really good. I mean,
amazing,
if you would check out Dave Mirra on a BMX, see how many things that dude did on a BMX. I mean, some people don't like or care, but it's amazing. We have a guest?
We do.
Straight away. Straight into it. That's what we do.
Eddie Trunk, welcome back.
We did it.
Hey there. Where's that voice coming from all the way across there?
We're
Good to
all
see
over
ya.
the place.
Yeah.
That's Michael.
Hi,
And that's
Michael.
the other Michael.
Hi, dude.
Hi, Michael.
And that's
I know
Kevin.
Michael.
Yes, but not
Kevin?
Michael.
Hi. What's that?
You know Michael, but not Michael.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you, Eddie?
I'm good, man. Doing good.
You're very busy and you have a TV show. You always have TV shows. Do you
How did I
own
figure?
Do you own any of AXS?
No, God, no. Mark Cuban owns it.
Do you like have like big meetings with him and
Nope.
swim in that pool?
Nope.
No, you don't do any of that.
Nope. Never even met the man.
You've never even met him.
No, I do. I have had email exchanges with him.
Yes.
And he actually is open about his email address. It's fairly public, and he will respond to anyone via email if he feels like it and is compelled to do so. But that is, even before I started doing a show on Access TV, we had email exchanges. He once contacted me when I was doing that metal show with an interest in that show.
Yeah.
And an interest in maybe just outright buying VH1 at that time.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that's way above my pay grade. I don't make those decisions.
Yeah.
And he,
As the host of that metal show, you didn't
I
have
was-
that call?
Yeah, I was independent contractor, But he was interested in the show. And the irony of that is the fact that now he could do that metal show if he wanted to because the show has been dormant for 5-6 years. But
So you hit
instead,
him
I'm
up.
doing a different show for them.
Oh.
The one I'm doing now called Trunk Fest.
Season 2,
Season 2 starts July 7th.
That's
Yeah.
right. You spoke to us before season 1, if memory serves, right? So you're out and you're going around to music festivals and soaking up both the music and the flavor of the festival.
Yes, there are more music festivals in America than we've ever had ever, and this show was their idea. It was not mine, and it is very much a travel show as much as it is a show about music. I talk to an artist or two in every episode, but it's more about all of these festivals have the mega VIP experience and who's doing weddings and who's doing activities and extreme sports or whatever they're doing. And it's more about the experience around the festivals in addition to who's playing them and what the theme of the music is. So I've done everything from country. I've gone to Mexico. I'm now covering music events. I'm going to Vegas, like right when I'm done with you, to do a shoot at a rock and roll fantasy camp this weekend. So it's a mix
Andrew,
of
what's
stuff.
what's the gay country guy with the mask thing?
Oliver Peck, was it?
Did you meet Oliver Peck yet? He's pretty cool.
Who is it?
This Oliver Peck guy is a country artist, and I don't like country music, but I don't
Oliver
mind.
Peck, I think we make this mistake a lot. He's the tattoo guy.
Oh.
Who's
His
the
name-
guy who's always got the toothpick hanging out of his mouth?
Okay, but there is a country artist who performs with
Yeah,
like a
is it-
bandana over his face.
Are they both Orville
Orville,
Peck?
yeah.
Orville
Peck.
Peck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
He's a
I
good
interviewed
country
a,
artist.
I interviewed a
Gay
young,
as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I interviewed a young country artist named John Party in the country festival I cover in the
John
upcoming season.
Party.
Not Pardi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, man, really?
Pretty cheesy, right?
Taking over where WK left off.
Isn't it surprising in the 80s rock act, somebody in the band didn't have that name at some
Right.
point?
Hey,
John
Party-
Party, the lead singer.
Party's the name. Have you done any of the festivals at sea for your show?
I've done. Well, I host every year a cruise called Monsters of Rock Cruise. That's 80s hard rock acts. So I've hosted that every year since it's happened. And actually,
How many people are in that boat?
people or bands?
People.
It's sold out every time.
How many people does it hold?
I don't know exactly. Maybe 4,000.
Wow.
Holy
Huge,
shit.
huge full-on cruise ship, resort ship. Yeah, that's another thing.
We're thinking of doing one.
There's a million cruises though, bro.
That's
like,
what Telly said.
Yeah, you got to make sure if you're going to do it, have a plan, have it buttoned up, because the last thing you want to do is charter a ship and have it not sell out. I hosted a couple rock cruises that were not sellouts, and that really sucks because what'll happen is the cruise line will take the other half of the unsold cabins and just sell them to regular people on vacation.
No.
So in 1 minute, you got people there to see Jason Ellis and go crazy, and the next people there, just people on vacation, like, what the fuck is going on?
See, is it weird
It's
that
a
I think that's
weird
kind of
vibe.
cooler? Like that's not
Yes.
that's not a worst case
Not
scenario.
so much. You don't want that. You don't want
No, it
that. So
doesn't sound
make
like the
sure you
ultimate.
got, you got it all sorted out, because depending upon the size of the ship, there's a lot of people. It's a big overhead.
Yeah.
And they got that metal one too. That's like 70,000 pounds of something.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't believe how many. I mean, like Rob Gronkowski has the Gronk cruise, the player on the Patriots. Like Chris Jericho just started a cruise. There's like so many cruises now. Every genre of music.
Wait, Chris Jericho started a cruise that's just Chris Jericho?
It's called. I think it's called something like Rock and Wrestling Rager.
Wait,
and,
does Fuzzy play?
yes.
Oh, well, then that's different.
Yeah, and he wrestles. He puts a ring in the middle of the ship or something. I haven't been
So
on
that's
it.
kinda
But
We were going to have
Right
bands
along those lines,
and a
yeah.
boxing and wrestling fight. 'Cause we started to wrestle too now.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I know how to. We suplex each other and shit.
Oh, okay.
I can do backflips. I can do it all. We're very talented. You should come to our.
Sounds like it should be on a cruise.
Yeah, I think we could do a cruise.
That's a great idea.
It's not a bad idea at all.
I remember like 20 so years ago, I went to different Ozfests in different cities, and back before the internet, I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't a real thing. It wasn't a pervasive thing. Each festival had a really different vibe. I mean, even though the same bands were playing, has the internet kind of changed that? Where if you're going to see a metal show in Tennessee, it's kind of the same as a metal show in Southern California, as far as the vibe and the way people dress and the type of people that are showing up.
Yes, but there's two big things that I've seen going on with rock festivals is that you have so many of them now that a lot of them have very similar lineups. So you'll notice, like, there's one guy based here in L.A., a company called Danny Wimmer Presents. They put on like 10 festivals a year, rock festivals. And if you look at them, a lot of them will have like Rob Zombie almost on every one, or you'll see a lot of like Tool is the band this year that's on like 7 of the 10, because they'll make a blanket deal to go ahead and say, okay, do these. So they're very structured the same. So I see a lot of that. But the other thing that I'm seeing now is a lot of diversity, where you do have ones that are pure metal festivals or whatever, but now you're seeing like all of a sudden at the metal festivals, like an EDM act showing up and some, a rapper all of a sudden showing up, because the idea, and this is the buzzword, and this is what my TV show is all about. The buzzword in festivals now is experience. They want to get it to being about the peripheral stuff, that you're coming for the experience. If I don't like that band, who gives a shit? I'll go over and have a $20 beer while they play and then wait for the next guy. They want you through the gates, on their property, spending money, and pull as diverse a crowd as they can.
Like a casino, almost.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Everyone's just trying to do like a mini version of that, kind of.
Yeah, and this show puts me at festivals I'd never be to in 1,000 years if I wasn't working them, because it's just not my music. Like a month or so ago, I went to a huge festival in Alabama called Hangout, and that's done on the beach in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
What kind of music are they playing?
It's Cardi B and
Oh shit!
yeah, not my thing at all. But
You sure it's not your thing? You don't get down to Cardi B every now? Secretly, you don't.
But look, Jason, let me tell you, it's on the beach.
Yes.
It's hot as hell.
Yeah.
The crowd,
I like that.
The crowd is super young. Like, I'm talking late teens, early 20s.
Like they're into Cardi B. Gotta be
And
pretty stupid.
they're hammered by 6 p.m. and they're all running around doing this with their cameras, taking Instagram photos and saying, hey, look where I'm at. Look what I'm in front of.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they're playing over there.
Is there a selfie wall?
I'm sure I didn't see it, but
Be
I'm
smart.
sure there is.
Get
But
ready to
there's
go.
like a petting a puppy area.
No.
And get married for the day area. Oh, yeah.
Get married for
Oh,
the
yeah.
day area?
And then, like, swim around through bubbles and foam and, like,
Piss.
stuff. Yeah, just yeah. Just peripheral stuff that it's about that big word experience. Speaking of cruises real quick, Megadeth has a cruise coming up, their first one in
How is
October.
Dave when it comes to that stuff?
Well, we'll find out because, Dave has cancer.
Yeah, I know.
So the cruise is still a go. It's called the Mega Cruise. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to broadcast from it actually in October. And they still have Anthrax and Testament and Overkill and a bunch of great bands. But how much Dave's role is going to really be up to how Dave feels at that time.
I
The three
noticed
guys will be on it.
The
but-
announcement when he announced that he was dealing with that was that he's going to work on a new record and he's going to fight it, and that they're canceling most of their dates for the new year. And that immediately made me realize that there may be one or two commitments that he was going to try to honor if it was at all possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other three guys will be on. Maybe they'll get some guest singers. Maybe it's a point where Dave is on and can only play but can't sing.
Right.
Hopefully he's fine and he can do it all and he's feeling good, but you just don't know at that point. But there's a lot of variables with all this stuff. You just don't know sometimes.
Did you talk to him?
is-
Did you talk to him at all? Or
Since
no?
he's been sick?
Yeah.
No, right before, but not since. And I reached out to him
You good
actually.
friends with him?
Yeah, enough to text him. Yeah,
Right.
I reached out to him today, and I reached out to his management today just to say, hey, how's he doing? Because I saw he's in the studio, he's recording.
Okay.
So I didn't hear back from him, but I heard from his manager, and I said, I understand he's probably not wanting to talk and do press, but he is working, and he might want to he made a statement to the fans, maybe wants to say something. My door's open, love to do it. And they said, he's not talking now, but we'll let you know. So.
Right. Well, I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like there's enough bands on that cruise where if you had, a couple of the frontmen from the other bands do a couple of songs with Megadeth, of course it's not the same as Dave Mustaine, but that's
pretty
still
cool.
a pretty cool
And
experience.
it's like you're helping carry somebody who's in the middle of fighting cancer, so everybody understands that. It's not like he's not like cheap shotting you or anything. Like
Yeah.
this is
Right. It's a
He's-
serious thing.
It'll be a big love in if that's what it if that's what it comes
Everybody
to.
be more pumped
Well,
than ever.
I'll give
really.
you. It wasn't cancer. Obviously, it wasn't nothing nearly that serious. But I hosted one time. This happened about 4 years ago. Def Leppard did a cruise, their own cruise,
Yeah.
and I'll never forget this. Their big night. They were playing one night in the theater, and I'm walking around doing my bit, and a stagehand comes running out, and he goes, "You're Eddie, right?" And I say, "Yeah." He goes, "Joe Elliott wants to talk to you, man." So I heard him sound checking on the other side of the theater. I said, "Okay." So I walk in. The band's up there playing, sound checking, and Joe's not there. And Joe's in the wings, and he sees me, and he points, he waves to me, "Come over." And he leans into me, and he goes, "Do you know anybody on this ship that can sing Def Leppard songs?" And I look at him like, "Well, Joe, it's the Def Leppard cruise, and you're the singer in Def Leppard, so it should be." He goes, he makes this song with his voice. He goes, "I can't do it. Can't do it." He lost his voice.
Oh shit!
And he dispatched me to go around to the other bands that were playing.
You didn't want to
and
sing
find
for him?
No, I can't sing shit. And go around and find guys that could. So Def Leppard played like a 7-8 song set with guest singers. And Joe stood there and introduced his own band, told everybody what was going on, and then after the cruise, they actually gave everybody a free ticket to an upcoming show.
Oh wow!
So they
That's cool.
did the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I kind of wanted to ask you about a similar subject. You're around a lot of rock bands of a certain age. I wonder how all these guys are able to still sing. They all wrote these parts when they were like 18, 22 years old. How much of that is a real issue behind the scenes in the lives of these bands?
Let me tell you,
Because I sing
man,
along to stuff in my car, and I'm 42, and I'm like, I think I'm officially losing it. I can only imagine how a 60-year-old feels.
this plays into. I should mention I do a daily show here on Sirius XM on Volume on 106,
Yeah.
where all I do is talk about rock music every day.
We're not going to plug you, so it's a good idea you do.
Yeah,
so.
I know how to do it.
We're fucking.
On my first
We've only been
rodeo,
in it for
Jason.
fucking 15 years, and we still don't know how to do
No,
it.
I get it. So one of my biggest peeves of what's happening now in rock music is artists running tracks when they play quote unquote live. Vocal tracks, lead vocal tracks, instruments, guitar, bass, keyboards. It's maddening to me. And all the artists that actually do play live, who are on these festivals, and they come off stage just pouring their heart out, working their ass off, and the band after them walks on with a big-ass iPad covered under the stage, and basically 50% of what people are hearing is a record. And then everybody walking out and saying, my God, they sounded amazing, just like the record. It's nuts. And there are people that are out there doing it, and the artists that are doing it live are actually getting so pissed about it that they are making pronouncements about, hey, we're all live, we don't do that bullshit. And that, to answer your question, some of these guys, now some of those guys do it because they can't do it. Some of them do it because they want to sound so perfect, because it's so competitive trying to sell tickets now that they want to be the best sounding band and they want that security blanket. But there's a lot of people, I have no problem with somebody that's got to tune down, that's got to adjust the way they perform and sing.
Yeah.
A guy like Joe Elliott, Def Leppard actually, if anybody could make a case for putting vocals on tracks, it would be Def Leppard, because they stacked like 50 singers on those records. They're adamant about actually doing it live. And Joe will admit, I can't sing way up like I used to, and I got to tune down, but he makes it work.
Yeah, they played acoustic. They played Pour Some Sugar on Me acoustic on Howard Stern.
They actually play live.
Which it doesn't sound exactly like Hysteria in 2019.
Right.
Duh,
but
they
real.
could do it.
I mean,
yeah.
why, it's just like, why would you expect an athlete to be able to do what they did 30 years ago now?
Yeah.
Are there any people that are kind of
that can
documented as doing this, or do you just have some behind the scenes scoops that you're kind of just leaving vague?
It just go all over the internet. Like if you go on the internet right now, for the longest time, there's been a huge debate and allegations about Kiss, who are currently on tour.
He hates Kiss so much.
Who, me?
Yes.
Kiss was my favorite band.
Wait, when you were a kid?
Up
But
until
somebody said
2000
something
back.
right. Somebody did something in Kiss that fucking
No.
Yes,
Well,
you've
no.
always. I
Oh,
still
no.
see you. I follow you on social media. You still fight with them.
Oh yeah, because two of the guys won't talk to me. The other two guys love me.
Right, but it's just weird that you. I mean, I do understand because you've loved them when you were a kid,
Yeah.
and now that they kind of spat in your face, and it's like you look up to somebody that turned on you in a roundabout way. But you do seem like you're not going to let that go. Like, I can tell. I can't remember what it was, but I saw you tweet something to him recently where I was like, man,
No.
how could you even care anymore if like, you seem pissed at some of them?
I haven't said. Well, no.
Are you? Do you like Gene Simmons?
Yeah, I love Gene.
Okay, so you and him are okay.
He can't talk to me because Paul won't let him.
Okay,
Wow.
so you and Paul. But see, that's the thing. Paul is
Super
an old,
sensitive.
Yeah, well, okay, yes, and he's the singer of Kiss, so he's had like this fluffy life forever. So
Not
he-
quite, but
I don't think it's a pampered life. You could say he's had
no,
some
for
hard
sure.
times.
Oh yeah.
but he's
for
a singer
sure.
of Kiss for fucking 40 years. He's pampered as hell.
Yeah.
So, and he seems pretty kind of like like he seems like an upscale New York lady, and they don't take shit and they don't apologize for anything, and they're very stubborn.
Mhm.
And you seem, apart from the lady bit, pretty similar because you're very stubborn. You both, I feel like if you were like, hey man, can we not figure this out, instead of I think you both throw things at each other, so it is now forever cemented in time that you two will fuck with each other. You won't. Would you be willing to?
First of all, I don't.
Would you be willing to patch things up with everybody?
Oh
at
God,
Kiss?
yeah. I've said a million times, my door's wide open, and I don't have an issue with any of them. They can do whatever they want. They don't owe me anything. They were my
Out of
favorite
all the
band.
bands that we're going to talk about that might have played some tracks over the top, the first one you come up with is Kiss.
Because it's a hot button right now. It's a big discussion right now online.
Yeah, I
there are
just saw
people that
them.
have put up waveforms on the internet that have shown the exact lead vocal with the waveform not changing in 6 consecutive shows. There's
The waveform you're saying,
of
the actual
of the track.
music track.
Yeah, because he had very well documented vocal issues, and suddenly he's doing 5 nights in a row, sounding perfect every night. And
What about
there's
this?
other bands though. Motley Crue has admitted to it.
yeah, but
They have
that's
no
Really?
problem
They
with
should
it.
they should have got a better one.
I
man.
know.
No, not Vince lead vocals, but stuff. in
that was the one
background.
thing that they needed to fix.
Everyone talks about Steel Panther.
Wait,
you
you're
know.
saying Motley Crue said that the actual instruments are?
Oh yeah.
Oh
There's
my
guys,
god!
not
I
all-
thought that was the one bit that they could handle.
Not all of them, but there is stuff
Man,
on
how
tracks.
pissed are you that they're using tracks and
Wait.
you couldn't sing since fucking 1995, and they're using a track and you're fucking trying to sing your shitty voice over their track?
Yeah.
Let him have a track.
Well, here's the thing I'm going to do. If
I thought you were going to
people-
say Ozzy. You're not going to do that, though, are you?
Ozzy has had people sing behind the curtain.
Oh, okay, you will
Ozzy,
say that.
oh God, I know the guy who did it. His name is Robert Mason. He's
Yeah,
been
I
on
saw
my show.
photos of it.
He sang, off stage, and then over the years, there's been guys off stage. Right now, Ozzy's actually singing, but he has Zach Wilde back in the band because Zach is doubling a lot of the vocal. I have no problem with a human being singing. Like tonight, I'm going to see Aerosmith in Vegas.
Yeah.
Aerosmith has a guy that's not in the band, but he's in the band. He's sitting on the stage. He's not lit, but he's there. He plays keys and he sings. They don't hide him. At the end of the show, they say, helping us out on keys and backing vocals is Mr. Buck Johnson. Say hello. That's fine.
Wait, helping Steven with lead vocals?
No, just like harmonies,
Oh,
choruses.
shit. Oh, they had that guy on the Pump tour. I don't know if it was the same
They've
guy.
had a guy. A
There was
lot
guy
of
with
people have
keyboard.
had a guy.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Going
that's
back,
fine.
going back to Kiss, they had in the '80s. They would have guys off stage playing keys and singing and sampling stuff. That was pretty common, but you didn't see him. They had a guy named Gary Corbett that did it for many tours. They had a guy in the last tour named Derek Sherinian, who's from LA.
Is that because they were wasted, or
No, they want to fill out the sound. They want to make it sound bigger. They want to have some cushion behind them to supplement the
What
sound.
about when I saw him the other day on Sunset? I mean, I was 20 feet away from his face.
Who?
Kiss.
The
What, when they
Sirius
did the
XM
whiskey
show.
thing?
Yeah.
What about it?
Looked like he was singing.
Maybe they did it for that? Because I saw them at the Forum, and I walked out of that being like, that seemed a little too good to be true. That was incredible.
Okay,
You don't want to sit. You don't want to.
Me and Michael, we
You don't want to record it perfect if you're going to have a now. And I'm not saying the mic's not live. When in all these instances, the mic is live. Somebody told in a more modern rock band. Somebody told me one of the biggest, and I've heard it from people on their crew. One of the guys that runs a track under his lead vocal more than anyone is the band Shinedown. That they run a ton of tracks. Now I said
I haven't caught any of their shit yet.
I said to the guy on the crew, I said, that guy apparently is a great singer. Why would he do that? And they said, well, because he is a great singer, but he's so paranoid about not having a great night that he wants something behind him. I just heard an interview with the singer in the guitar player in Steel Panther. Everybody talks about how great they sound.
Do they?
This guy, Russ Satchel, the guy in the band, on the podcast admitted he started out saying, well, I don't really like feeling too much about tracks. I don't know how I feel about it. We're really a live band. And then by the end of finishing the sentence, he admitted that they use a ton of tracks. He said, well, we have tracks for that. We have tracks for this. Our singer uses some tracks. We have vocals.
How
like
come
that.
we didn't use any tracks, Michael?
That's pretty advanced stuff. That's usually you got to have a profit margin to be using tracks.
That's why.
Here's a question about Kiss.
We just used our raw talent.
I've heard that Kiss uses a teleprompter to just in case somebody forgets a lyric.
A lot
I
of
did that.
bands do that.
Okay, so why would you need a teleprompter if you weren't singing live?
Keeps you in line with the track.
Ah.
When the line goes, not everything has to be on a track, but if you say the sentence reads red, you better be up on that mic selling it. Because if you're off the mic, the vocal's going to come out and you're not near it, which has happened online, which is what started all this, not me.
Oh, I see.
Not
I
me.
see.
People, you're doing that. You got to make sure you're around a microphone all the time because it's very easy to be exposed.
Eddie, do you think this is a thing because the new world of pop music and the Britneys and all the Madonnas and all the I just play a straight up track and mime over the top of it and you can all kiss my ass and everybody's well aware of it. Now you're a rock and roll singer and you're like, hey, I'm losing my voice and I got 3 more gigs. Why can't I be like those guys?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that rock and roll copied them or has rock and roll always
I think
cheated?
No, I think
'Cause
technology.
I wasn't aware of that.
I think technology's advanced to the point where it's easy to do, and and there are a lot of people that want. Here's the thing, Jason. Artists don't make money anymore selling music, right? So
Okay.
they all make their money on the road.
Okay.
They all want to sound and be better than the next band because they need you to keep coming back.
Okay.
So let's not show any. To me, the essence of rock and roll is the danger of it. Anything can happen. That guy had a good night. That show was a bad one. That's fine. But when you're basically every night is the same, where's the element of it being live? It makes no sense. And
Yeah,
you
but
mentioned,
you just said so yourself that people these days are just in for the experience.
well, that's unfortunate. I don't agree with that. But here's
but
the
you're
thing.
old school, dude.
I know.
You realize
I know.
this is
I
the
know.
way of the world.
I know, but let me tell you this. You talk about pop music. Think about this. Do you guys remember when Ashley Simpson was on Saturday Night Live
Absolutely.
and got caught singing to the track?
Yeah.
And the world went crazy.
Yeah, we hammered her for it.
Hammered her, right? Now, it's commonplace in pop.
Every
Who
single person
isn't
has
singing
it.
to a
Right.
track, right?
Right.
So that's not even a blip on anyone's radar. You expect, are we going to let rock music get to that point? Because that's where it's headed.
I
It
also-
already has.
I also think
Yeah.
too that the production of the records has advanced so dramatically, like with technology, that people's ears, like guys like you, guys like us, we want to hear those mistakes. Like you said, when you go to a show, you want to hear the live
Look,
experience.
I feel
but I think a lot of people, casual fans, they
Don't
hear
give a shit.
they hear the records
don't
and they're
give a
so
shit.
perfect
Yeah, but
with Pro Tools.
You're also talking about this is hip hop thing experience. The bands that want to sound bigger and they want to get the tour thing going. But this is it's either you're old and you're trying to stay like relevant, or I mean this new wave of shit where it's a kind of music that you want to have the help. If you're a dangerous band and you're on fire, you don't fucking plug into anything and you rip the shit out of it, and that's the thing that separates you from all the other clowns. And that's young, up and coming,
And there's
whatever
a lot
music
of
you're
them.
into. You're like, what? Fuck off! I'm plugging a goddamn thing in. And when they play, the people that are into that kind of guy or girl, they see how raw they are,
Yeah.
and they see the mistake of the guitar or whatever, the drum or the vocal that misses something. That's the thing. And everybody gets their little thing now. You can be into this little, I'm only into this kind of music. Well, guess what? There's a fucking million of those guys, and they're ready to dish it out for you 100% the way you like it.
Well, but things are going to people grow up and then they change and their audience changes. Ozzy is the guy that you just described, who's shooting from the hip and absolutely he might snore dance.
Yeah,
he
but
might.
it's 70-year-old.
Not
Ozzy.
anymore.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. The guy right now who's out there, who's the closest thing we have to an Ozzy of nowadays, if that guy is still touring when he's 60, now his fans will be older too. Now his fans will be paying $150 to come see him live. Now his voice will be shot, and his only real chance of giving them a show is to use tracks.
150 is cheap.
Yeah.
The way I maintain this is, again, going back to sports. Nobody lasts forever. Athletes eventually figure out something to do. They become coaches, they become announcers, whatever. And know when to say when. Don't stay too long at the party. Don't make a mockery of your legacy. That's how I feel. Now, there are still some guys that can still do it. The guy I'm going to see tonight, Steven Tyler's 71. Mick Jagger's still really damn good. Sammy Hagar's still really damn good. They're all real. That's a different...
You know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Every single one of them has never had an dubbing of any kind.
Well, I don't know in the case of the Stones.
Right,
Because I
and
don't know
they're
the
very,
Stones.
very old. What if they found out? What if you found out that they did do that a little bit?
Think about this. The Stones
Would you
have
be
about...
okay with that?
No. The Stones...
You wouldn't be.
No. God, no. I'm paying for a live show. I want to see a live show.
Man,
If somebody's... Like, I go watch two
I'm
guys-
with you, but I just feel like, just like Michael said, these Rolling Stones fans are pretty old, and some of them. I mean, you're a
they
fucking
don't
music
care.
connoisseur, dude.
But-
You're obsessed with it.
But
They
I
want.
know,
They want.
I've
They
been
want
my
to.
whole
They want to
life.
go have a corporate fucking Chardonnay and hear the Rolling Stones play the good tunes like it was yesterday.
Jason,
And it-
I agree with you. Here's the thing.
and they're outdoing you. They're outdoing the hardcore, like the purists. There's fuck all of you,
Jason,
and millions of dickheads.
You're completely right in the sense that I'm a lunatic and I'm obsessed with music and have been my whole life. It's my passion. It's what I've done. Nothing else my whole life.
That and try to ruin Kiss.
Nobody's
passions.
loved Kiss more than me. Trust me, honestly. That's the irony of it. But
it is weird.
But here's the thing. Is that most people, and I acknowledge this, buying a ticket to any show don't give a shit about any of this.
Yeah.
They want to hear the hits.
Yeah.
They want to buy a couple beers and tailgate in the parking lot, and they want to go home and start their day the next day. They couldn't give a shit. I'm just I think it's important to keep rock and roll live. If somebody's a little off mic, I want to hear that. That's what the live experience is. And there's a lot of artists that are playing on these festivals, and every other band is a track fest, and they're walking up there saying, what the hell are we putting this work in for? What are we doing vocal warm-ups? What are we doing? We just load it on a track like everybody else. We're not getting the acknowledgement for it. It's a dangerous thing.
See, it's funny because I'm a very cynical person, as people who listen to this show know, and I think I know my shit when it comes to music as well. We were just at the Indy 500, and Foreigner were playing as we were walking out, and all I thought was, goddamn, Foreigner sound great. Now, I know that's not Lou Gramm. But
no original members.
No, I thought it was at least the
Was
guitar
Mick Jones there?
I honestly...
Did he play it?
I heard, I didn't
See, that's
see.
a perfect example. Nobody even knows who really is in that band.
Right.
So, right? So you don't even know what you saw. You just heard a band that sounded really good doing Foreigner song. But most of their shows, there's not one original member.
I just feel like when you start getting into 50s and 60s and it's you don't, like you were saying, why don't you get into diversify, do something else? Not everybody has that option. I know a lot of people from skateboarding that diversified. I also know a lot of people that did heroin and died because they didn't have anything else to do. I know what it's like to be something that you're hot shit and it doesn't last forever, because when you're an athlete or you're a rock and roll star, you can't do it the way you did it forever.
Right, of course, I agree.
But it's the greatest thing that's ever happened and ever will happen to you, and most of you are pretty sure of it, so you don't want to let it go. Tomorrow, if somebody starts telling me, because I'm trying to skate again, hey, Ellis, I didn't know you were skating again. I want to give you fucking 10 grand a month to ride for my shit and start bashing out some demos. We'll get you out on the road. I mean, maybe that's not enough. I contemplate it. It's a stupid idea. There's dudes right now that I know. I love these guys, Christian Asoy and Steve Caballero, that are the Metallicas and Rolling Stones, whatever you want to call it. They're legends of skateboarding.
Okay.
And now Vans pays them to travel the world and do demos, shake, kiss the baby, whatever it is. Are they as good as they used to be? Fuck no. They're fucking 50. But everybody loves seeing them. Love seeing them do their thing. You're right, though. If they did it and it was fake, like it was a virtual or it wasn't actually Caballero, then
they're like on strings.
Yeah, they're on.
Well, hold on. Let me give you this. Let me give you this, because
they are not cheating. They're being.
This is the new move. Now we're talking about all this stuff, interesting stuff, right? Here's the new move, and how does everybody in here feel about this? Holograms.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So you don't like it?
I don't not like it, but you have to see that's the difference. I don't not like it. It doesn't make me angry.
Have you seen one?
I just don't care.
Have
it's
you
cool
seen
one?
I've never gone to a place to see a fucking hologram, Eddie. That's
I haven't yet
I
either.
have seen one.
I've seen it on a video.
seen one?
I saw the Tupac at
Well,
Coachella.
well, that was just like one song,
Right.
And he just
And how
came
was
out.
It was like a medley.
And he was 40 feet tall.
Yeah.
Wait,
This
he
is
was
how
40 feet tall.
It was larger than life. He wasn't 40 feet, but he was like 15 feet tall.
So when he stood next to everybody else, he was way bigger.
He kind of took over the stage. This is
There
why
he is.
This is
Oh,
my
okay.
take on it. This is my take on it.
Stupid.
I thought it was cool, and I think it is cool if it's a solo artist.
Yeah.
I think it would be silly if it was a member or an entire band.
I think the tech is cool, but I couldn't ever see myself paying to see a hologram.
Yeah,
act.
that's the only. Yeah,
like an
that's,
all hologram show.
But what if it was like Elvis?
No,
Even like a solo artist? See, I could
I'd
see
rather watch
myself-
videos on YouTube.
I could see myself
Yeah,
going to
with
Vegas
Kevin.
and seeing
I'll
hologram
watch-
Elvis.
Keep in
what-
mind, there's a live band behind these guys. That's the sell. A friend of mine is
I don't-
doing the Zappa hologram and the Dio hologram, which
Isn't
are out
Zappa
now.
alive? Oh no. He's not. Okay. Sorry.
But there is a live band, and it is a big production. Now, again, I haven't seen them yet, either of them, so I don't know.
I'd rather get
I need to see
I'd rather
it.
get a drink with Sebastian Bach versus all of the virtual anybody's.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Let's fucking get some fucking red wine right fucking now. Let's fucking go.
Of course I know, please.
That's Bez.
There
I
he
bet
is.
nobody's singing over his shit.
No,
No.
he put out a press release for the tour he's about to do.
Saying
And
what?
in the press release, this is what I mean. The guys that are doing it live have had enough. He said in his press release, and just so everybody knows, if they come see me, there's no bullshit and no tracks. Everything you hear is live, raw rock and roll.
Right. Last of
Because
the
people
fucking-
want to own it. They want people to know what they're really putting in the work.
And he's also one of those freak. He could still do it.
Still sings,
He
yeah.
still dude. I'm going to his birthday. He's singing all day. He
Who,
hits it-
Sebastian?
Yeah, he hits
2 inches from your face,
Yeah,
whatever
he hits-
record's
I-
playing.
he was saying- he was-
I've
he
been
was-
there.
He was introducing me to people from 20 feet away.
Dude, gotta be my friend Jason Ellis. I'm serious.
I could hear serious. He would say faction talk, and I would be like, "Here he comes. I got to meet another guy right now." I'd hear like he was plugging the channel.
I've known Baz for 30 years, and he is like me, extremely passionate about music, and I respect the hell out of that. And he was always like that. No matter, I mean, I knew him when he first joined that band before anybody knew who he was, and he was always the same guy. He's never grown up, and he's never going to.
No, he is not. He's a legend.
I see that this season of Trunk Fest, you're going to Woodstock 50. Is that the small one, or is that the one that's in danger of not happening?
No, it's neither. It's neither. We shot a special about Woodstock that I actually filmed a segment here yesterday with a guy who just produced a 36 CD box set of the entire original Woodstock. So it's more of a thing about what Woodstock and celebrating. It's not a specific show.
Okay, all right.
That particular episode's a little different. So. But yeah, no, and I went to the site of Woodstock, and I went through the museum and all that, but it's not around a concert.
Because there is some little thing happening, I think, on the original site.
In Bethel Woods at the amphitheater that's there, but I don't think the one that they've been trying to do, it's not on sale yet. I mean, it's 6 weeks out. It ain't happening.
No, it's like a landlocked fire festival.
Yeah. The guy's not giving it up, though. He is not giving it up. He's fighting it till the very end.
So have you gone to any festivals for your show where you were pleasantly surprised and you're like, I thought this was going to suck ass, but I'm actually really enjoying myself? Or are they calling it exactly what you expected?
No. I went to, in the first season of the show, I went to a festival in San Diego called Kaboo. That was really, really cool. It was a mix of a lot of different artists, half of them not my thing, Katy Perry, stuff like that. But the setting was amazing. Obviously, the weather was amazing. They
Kiss
had
wasn't
great
there.
food. I would have loved Kiss. Foo Fighters played, you know.
You cool with them?
Of course. Right. Yeah. Most people I'm cool with, Jason. Ironically, somehow the only two I'm not cool with came up in this conversation.
I can't help it. I just see that, all right? It's weird that you have any bone to pick with anybody, and when you have one with Kiss, I'm like, man, what did Kiss do to get him going? Because he's gone.
You know what my wife said to me once, which is actually pretty funny, because you got to understand with Kiss, the irony of all the Kiss stuff is they are the band that I am most closely associated with being a fan and supporter of my whole life. So nobody can quite understand it. And my wife said to me once, she goes, in a sick sort of way, it is kind of cool that a band that you grew up loving so much actually knows you well enough to hate you.
Yeah.
I was like, that wasn't on my intent, but I was just like, yeah, I mean, that was not what I'm looking for.
It's better than they don't
love
even
and hate.
It's better than they don't even know who you are at all, though. Right? Do you like that?
No, actually, I would like. There's, my friend Scott Ian has a show on my channel, Volume, called "Never Meet Your Heroes."
Yeah.
And,
because it might bum you out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's happened to me when I came to America. One of the people I looked up to the most turned out to be a racist, and another skateboarder that I thought was an absolute, just the worst person ever, turned out to be such a nice guy that there was no denying that. I'm like, fuck. I was so bummed out that I had to like this guy because he was such a nice guy. Worst style ever. Ken Park, worst skateboarder I've ever seen in my life. Nicest dude you'll ever meet. And then Jason Jesse. I was like, this dude's the coolest dude ever. I'm just going to come to America and hang out with Jason Jesse. Get off the plane and find out he's a racist.
Hey.
How did you find that out?
I found out that he called Peanut Brown, another skateboarder who's an African-American fellow, who he called him the N-word, and then Peanut Brown punched him off the ramp. And that was the first story that I heard about Jason Jesse, who I idolized. I did many tricks to look kind of like him, and I was so heartbroken about it. And then I think many years later at a contest, he came up to me and was like, hey, man, I heard, because I'm friends with some other tattoo guy, which just started to scare me because I got tattoos. And I'm like, wait a minute, do people think I'm a racist? So he was like, hey, man, I heard you don't like me, man. Maybe later on we could fight or something and get it over and done with. And I was like, yeah, cool, sounds good. And I never really understood what I didn't know if he was serious or not. And then many years later, it's like, no, that's not true. And then because we're all popular again, you know how just like the bands are getting paid to go to Europe and shit, like the old bands. Now there's like a retro thing for people like me. And skateboarding, you could come back and, oh, it's cool to see you again. I guess Jason was similar to doing something like that. And an old interview from him in a magazine where he talked about a bunch of stuff that made him. He had opinions at a younger age that were racist. He was I guess he has excuses as his mother's boyfriend was a black guy who did some bad things and he didn't evolve, but he started selling tons of stuff with royalty checks from wheels and skateboards, and everybody started loving his stuff again. And then someone just went, bam, by the way, remember when he did this? And they pulled all his shit because he was like, I'm not like that anymore. But it's hard from you were, and you were still, and it wasn't like you were 12. You're an adult, so I never. What does it say out there?
He was under fire for use of swastikas and racist remarks that were kind of brought back up in terms of old interviews, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and then one time at McGill's skate park, I didn't get into a fight. I actually got checked like a baby, but there was a friend of mine. We weren't that close, but Alfonso Rawls, who was a skateboarder, a black kid that we both used to skate this skate park together. I was 17. He was probably about the same age, I think. And we were both skating this vert ramp, and a good friend of Jason Jesse's, one of these Godoy, there's two brothers, these Godoy brothers that had tattoos, and they they were badasses, and every time he fell off on the ramp, he would scream the N-word.
Oh, wow.
And I just said, what the fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are, man? And and Elf was just standing there, and because we were kids, and they were men, they shaved. We were just gonna take it, and I was like, why would you fucking say that? I can't remember what I said, but he basically told me to shut the fuck up or he'll smash my face in, and I didn't say anything. He completely checked both of us, but I never forgot it. And then many years later, when I became a legit pro, that dude tried to say something to me like, hey man, what's up? And I was like, nah, you don't remember me, but nope.
Yeah.
And you can change now. You can change. It was 20 years ago. You can be like, hey man, I see my wrongs. I'm like, okay, you see your wrong. Go see your wrongs.
Did he say that?
No, he didn't fucking say that. But they all do say that because they all try to exist around all the rest of us that aren't fucking racist anymore. So when we know that he did that 20 years ago, and then you come and say, hey man, things have changed.
Right.
I wish I could. I'll be honest. I can't make that much of an adjustment. I'll go, okay, well, I'm not going to be mad at you, but I don't fucking trust you at all, dude. How did you ever come to that conclusion? How do you ever, when you're, mid-20s, screaming that word in front of a kid who's there's no coming back from it for me.
Yeah.
I'll never forget those dudes for that.
Speaking of, skeletons in your closet, so to speak, Eddie, do you know of any bands that had songs that lyrically just cannot fly nowadays that they won't perform live? Like, does Ted Nugent still play Jailbait?
I don't know. I'm gonna have Ted on in August.
You are?
Oh yeah.
Do you wear like earplugs over your headphones when you interview him?
Ted is. I only talk about music with him, and he is great talking. He's a great historian of rock music. If you stay in that lane with him,
just stay there.
Yeah. So he's great with that. I don't know, but I do know that. Speaking of going to see Aerosmith tonight, I heard this from some people internal with them. Which is, they have a song called Lord of the Thighs.
Yep.
Which I love. And
the beginning of it invented the Strokes. It's like, it is the Strokes. The first 10 seconds of it is like the blueprint for what the Strokes later became.
Yeah. And I was told that they started to work that up to maybe work it into one of their shows, and they decided, well, because of all the Me Too stuff, maybe we're going to stay away from that one. And
Wait, what's that song about?
Lord of the Thighs. I as a kid, I've known it forever, but I always just thought it was about like a pimp and a prostitute or something. That's what I always took it as, but I don't know. But there are. So I was told that they were thinking about, and they rehearsed it, and they called it off from the live show.
I would imagine Guns N' Roses doesn't break out 1 in a million.
I think that stopped pretty soon after.
I don't think he ever did a live version of that ever, right?
But I mean, if you think about, Winger has the song "She's Only 17."
That's
it's
the
a
hit.
huge hit.
Yeah. Well, that's the age of consent in a lot of the states that Winger would still be playing.
Yeah. Going back to Kiss. Kiss had a hit in 1976 with a song called "Christine 16."
Get him, Eddie.
The bridge is, "I saw you coming out of school that day. I had to have you.
Fucking child
you were
molesters.
just
Fucking Kiss.
Extreme. I would assume they don't play Little Girls. That was one of the bigger songs off the first album. That's kind of odd for a 50-year-old man to be singing.
I think some of it is a little over the top, though. Like, I mean, Lord of the Thighs, I wouldn't even thought about it in that context until somebody told me that. I'm like, really? I don't know. I think
maybe
some of it's a little hypersensitive.
Of course, some of it is, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe, like you said, some of it is so cartoonishly over the top. Like I'm sure Nugent can still play Wang Dang Sweet Poon Tank. It's just so extreme that people, they don't even give a shit anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny. He introduced it a love song.
Yeah.
This is like a love song,
Wait, here's a song called Wang Dang what?
Sweet Poon Tang.
Jesus
that's one of the signature hits.
It's a great song, actually. Great riff.
Oh, each to his own, I guess. I had an argument with a skateboarder once about who's better, that asshole or Metallica.
Oh, well, that's...
Nugent or Metallica?
That's not an argument.
That was an argument?
Yeah, he wouldn't give up, too.
Who was he with?
He was with Nuge, obviously.
okay.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
You're not gonna get.
I don't even know if Nugent would
I'm
make
not
that
defending
argument.
his
I
ass.
see that Nugent tattoo on your neck. Jason, come on, man.
If you're referring to Hail Satan, then sure.
He's got Wango Tango right on his back. I see it.
Wango Tango.
That's
That
another
is-
Nugent song.
That is my next tattoo. Wango Tango. Why? Why not? Like, you get it? Wango Tango, man. That's so weird.
Can I ask Eddie one question?
Go, Will.
Okay, Eddie. So you go see Motley Crue in concert. They play a tape of a motorcycle going into Girls.
Totally
Girls.
fine.
Do you get pissed?
Nope. Totally
Okay.
fine.
They play a tape of a motorcycle going into Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah, totally fine. I
That's
also
made with a guitar though.
no. I'm
It's not live.
I'm also fine with.
What the fuck is that argument? They're
I'm
not fucking
saying-
not
By the way-
professional motocross riders. They're fucking musicians.
And by the way, the guitar, the motorcycle effect in the beginning of "Kicks My Heart" is like actually pretty easy to do in a guitar, so he does it.
I'm also
ooh, sick burn,
I
Michael.
don't care if he does it. I'm saying if he didn't.
yeah. And I'm also fine with if you're a band and you have a song with one keyboard in it, like a keyboard lick in one of your songs, and you don't want to carry a keyboard player and pay a salary and a bunk on the bus for one song. I get it. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
I'm talking about when you're basically lip syncing or stacking tracks and none of the backing vocals are real. It's like, come on.
You're
man.
faking.
When
You're
the guy
faking
when the
it.
guy starts
Yeah.
playing a
I
guitar
don't-
solo and you can still hear the rhythm guitar, that's problematic.
There's that one moment, speaking of Motley Crue, and this was online. I don't know if the video's been removed, because a lot of times when these guys get snagged doing this stuff, it goes all over YouTube, but then their management starts ripping it down. But there was a time when Motley was on tour, and in Home Sweet Home, Tommy Lee would always come out to the front of the stage and sit at that piano and play the piano part. And the piano part started playing when he was still 15 feet from the piano. It was not live at all.
Oh man, he's running over to the
Yeah,
piano while it's still
exactly, trying
playing.
to catch up with it.
You kicked it in too quick.
God damn it, Tommy.
piano.
I trusted you, Tommy Lee.
Man, that's gonna be tempting to just no wonder they're shit hammered. Like if I know that everything's playing itself, all I'm
Yeah.
gonna do is dance around like a jerk off for 3 hours. Like how am I not
fucked
riddled?
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
from the start.
It's getting
he's
fucked
talking
up.
about there's a red thing that comes up when I have to start pretending to sing. Like I pretty much just have to I can do as many drugs as I want, just not till I fall over.
Yeah.
As long as I can stay standing, I'm in for the whole gig. Wait,
Yeah.
now blah blah blah. Like
As long as I don't
cheap,
snort
cheap,
myself
cheap.
colorblind.
yeah.
With music, everything gets cyclical, and bands that were cool 20 years ago become cool again. And for a while, there's the '80s revival, and then 10 years ago, I saw that a lot of the grunge bands were going on tour again, and Oasis became a big thing, and people talking about fanboying out about the mid '90s. And I'm starting to see like the young pop artists, they're wearing Korn and Limp Bizkit shirts. Is that going to be the the upcoming kind of revival, the big push to get those like rap rock bands?
No, well, I think those like Korn does extremely well. They still headline festivals all
Yeah.
the time. I'm here because I do a show once a month from the Rainbow on Sirius XM, and I had Head from Korn on Tuesday actually. Those bands, I ran into Fred Durst at the Motley Crue premiere, and you'd be surprised. Like Limp Bizkit does tremendous business outside of America,
Yeah.
South America, Central America. They're like second or third hole from the top of major
Wow.
festivals. They
Eh.
do great business over there. So those
Cool.
bands are doing pretty well because they are now another generation's classic rock.
Okay.
But I'm excited about the future of rock music. I think there's some really exciting young up-and-coming rock bands that are hopefully going to break through.
Not
And,
like the ones that, because when I see the rock charts, it's just a bunch of shit that isn't even really rock and roll. I wouldn't call it.
No, but
You're
they're-
saying that there's rock bands.
Yes, yeah. There's a band they've just put out their 6th record, so they're not new, but they're from Orange County, and they're Rival Sons. They're an amazing band. I love them. Best singer out there alive today. Incredible band. They're starting to really do well. But there's really young baby bands that I've had on my show. There's a band called Dirty Honey that's from here in L.A. There's a band called Bishop Gun that's more of a southern rock band that's coming up. There's some really exciting
this shit
young rock. A great guitar player named Jared James Nichols. That's it's more of a bluesy thing. Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown. Some really exciting young. And when I say young, I'm talking early 20s, like really young, hungry kids making great riff music. And a lot of it is driven by the success, whether you love them or not, of Greta Van Fleet. Because when you don't know Greta Van Fleet?
You've probably seen them.
Have I?
They're
They
like
look
Led Zeppelin
They look like
mini-me's.
kids that
They
are
are
going.
kids.
They're going to Halloween as Led Zeppelin.
They sound exactly like Led Zeppelin.
I've never heard of him.
Oh my gosh, really?
Why is he dressed like he's from the 60s?
Jason, they're huge.
Yeah,
It's
they
the
are?
biggest
They're big.
rock band to come out in probably 10 years easily. They were right out of high school, probably in that picture. They're now in probably their early 20s, exactly like Led Zeppelin, to the point that the knock on them is it's total plagiarism.
Yeah.
But they were
Is it
so
like Wolfmother kind of?
so embraced by rock radio. I just had Andrew Stockdale on my show the other day.
Who's that? The singer,
The singer
Wolfmother?
Wolfmother, yeah. He's an Australian. I figured all
That's
you guys
what it
knew
is.
each other.
Yeah, no, me and AC/DC grew up together. Wow.
Yeah, Greta Van Fleet. So they knocked down all the doors. They're the first new young rock band to get a lot of airplay, selling out 4,000 or 5,000 tickets in America as a headline, and the same in Europe. And that opened up those guys with their success. All of a sudden, it's a copycat business, the music industry. Every record label is now looking for their young rock act.
Who do you have that's still doing well as far
Whoa.
as metal in 2019?
He just plugged his guitar into a rock. I don't know if
guy
anybody,
rocks.
I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody caught that, but
Not too much Zeppelin, right? Listen to the vocal, though.
holy shit!
These kids know Zeppelin records are still available, right?
How is that legal? Well, whatever.
Well, no, that's kind
you know
of
what?
interesting.
I hear a second version of Led Zeppelin. Well, I'd rather hear that than whatever the fuck has been playing in the meantime.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. Not that Led Zeppelin would lower themselves to pursuing legal action, but it's an
Well, they ripped
interesting.
off everybody, so it doesn't matter.
Well, not as blatantly as this.
What do you mean? They're one of their hits was somebody else's song.
Yeah, but at least it sounded different when they played it. He didn't actually
Not
sound like.
that. It didn't sound that different. Have
Okay.
you heard that rip that they did?
Yeah, I know.
From
what you're talking about.
Randy California was the guy that they ripped off.
Still suing them for
Yeah.
Stairway to Heaven.
I mean,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the old blues songs they took.
no. Oh no. Well, no. Wait, because it's more than one. They've ripped off a bunch of people.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
took
yeah,
blues songs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
took
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else's song and made it their song. But you hear the original, and you go, wait, you did a cover of it.
Yeah.
So my point is this: I think Tom Waits was the person, right, where they asked him to do some jingle for something, and he said he wouldn't do it, and then he turned on the TV 3 months later, and he heard basically himself in a commercial because they just hired an imitator, and he basically sued and said my sound is my trademark, and I believe he won. Now, if anybody would ever have a case, not that Led Zeppelin would do it, like my God.
Robert Plant commented on him. He says, the singer sounds kind of familiar. That's all he said. He took the high road.
It's the thousandth
That's the high
time.
road.
I mean, there was Bonham. I mean, John Bonham's kid had a band that was a Led Zeppelin knockoff.
Of
It's been
course.
happening for.
Kingdom Come. Remember Kingdom Clone?
Yeah, exactly.
Kingdom Come. Get it on.
So do these guys? Do they do acid and shit?
I don't think so.
They better. Have
Wait,
they done anything?
they're not even like really going for it. They're not going to do peyote or anything.
Groupies and fish? Anything?
I had him on my show a couple times. Real nice
Are
kids.
they high?
No.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
come
Now,
on.
they
Get
might
the
be
fuck
now.
outta
It's
here.
been a year. They've had a lot of success.
Fucking better be. I hope their girlfriend leaves them. They get a heroin addiction. Pussies.
I think being that young and playing to that many people, they're smart enough to not get girlfriends right now. I think they're get different girlfriends every night if in their situation.
Yeah, good
You
for
better
them.
watch it these days. Your dick will fall off.
Yeah.
It's not
There
the
you
same
go.
as the
There you
Led
go.
Zeppelin days when you could have sex with a shark and not wake up with herpes.
That's what I'm talking about.
They are playing 3 nights in Portugal. They're
Oh,
everywhere,
okay. They're
all
probably
over the
fucking
world.
sharks.
Right.
All right, Eddie. Everybody, check out Eddie's show. He's
Trunk
everywhere.
Fest
Yep,
Season
Trunk Fest.
2 debuts July 7th at 9:30 Eastern on Access TV, and Trunk Nation airs Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 Eastern on Volume Channel 106 right here on SiriusXM.
And replays every night, 9 to 11 Eastern. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. Great to see you all.
Good to see you, Eddie.
And I'll catch you next time.
We'll be back, everybody.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
I've never been on a radio show before where the host has a tattooed head.
The idea of me being a 12-year-old girl trapped in a 33-year-old 6'7" bald man's body crosses my mind every once in a while.
I'm a corny, horny guy. Listen up now.
I'm a goddess among radio men.
I didn't poop in the hat.
Hi, I'm Daniel Radcliffe, and you're listening to The Jason Ellis Show.
I don't really understand what I'm saying.
Jason Ellis is back on Faction Talk, Channel 103.
A 21-year
Daniel Radcliffe.
Start all over again.
Hello, I'm Daniel Radcliffe.
A 21-year-old California woman, a young lady who was a student at Loyola Marymount here in Los Angeles, died after being attacked by 3 sharks while snorkeling on vacation in the Bahamas.
I just want to say that everybody that's listening to the show that knows a person that is a shark diving like a guy that does that. Shout out to all you people. I was hit up several times yesterday, Michael. I can go anywhere. Donald Schultz called me after the show and said you're booked for the weekend if you wish to swim with tiger sharks on the weekend.
Mhm.
It was that easy. And then 5 different people hit me up saying that they are shark divers and that if I wish to go shark diving with them, no problem. What the fuck is that? Oh my god!
I hate that.
He's so bummed out about it.
I saw it flying in slow motion too, and I fucking knew it the second I saw it. That's a centipede.
It is a centipede.
Ha! Ah!
You're spasming. You're convulsing.
It's only one.
'Cause I just got fucking chills like my spine and rib cage.
It's dead.
It's fake, but I still hate it. Fake.
Where's the peed, bro?
These are alive.
Ah! Fuck!
What's in your pants?
Are these alive?
What?
Oh! They're everywhere. Yeah. You have to be there, I guess.
Kevin just
You okay?
wiped sweat from his brow.
They're
Panic
not
sweat.
real.
Ooh, yeah.
So
They look like it flying through the air.
I know. But now that you know that it's not real, you can come back to us.
Well, I still have fucking
doesn't know what
goosebumps.
happened.
What, Will?
Bennett still doesn't know what happened.
What happened?
Bennett, I don't know if you're ready to be talking on the radio still.
Yeah.
You're in a little bit of a tired timeout.
Where's Ray?
We asked Kevin what his
we already
what,
want to hear
yeah.
what Ray Romano has.
We asked Kevin what his favorite sandwich was, and he didn't fucking answer for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then he told us that it was cheese all along. It was just cheese. He could have just said cheese, but instead he dragged us along for like 45 minutes of nothing.
Why would a guy do something like that?
Well, I don't know.
When you guessed PB&J, he said yes, and then told you he was lying 3 minutes later.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happened.
I'm in a fucking I'm in hell. I have no. Oh my god, that one's alive. That one moved. You're all right, dude. Seconds. You remind me of my son. I just had a conversation with my son at the gym this morning. He's at his grandparents' house because summer vacation, and they are playing Bob Seger. And he's like, I don't like Bob Seger. Stop playing it. And they were like, Bob Seger, Metallica. Your dad likes Bob Seger because they did Metallica covered Bob Seger, and Tiger immediately FaceTimed me to say, "Is any of this true?" And I could tell that he was being attacked by his grandparents and Bob Seger. And I was like, Bob Seger sucks. And Metallica covered Bob Seger and made a Bob Seger song good because it had no Bob Seger in it. And he was very emotional about it. Apparently, they kept playing classic rock all day, Michael, and he's not allowed to play video games and listen to Bob Seger. And I was like, I am very sorry, my son.
You know, sometimes
you are really in hell. I'm sorry, but it's good for you though. Toughen up.
That is the thing.
Get some
Sometimes
Seger up you.
kids kind of just have to.
No.
do their
He's
time.
going to do a week of
Yeah.
what he doesn't want to do. Suffer.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say that on the phone though. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
you got to pretend you sympathize.
Yeah, Metallica is the best, dude. And yes, it sounds like an absolute living hell that you're going through. You know, and soldier on. I'll see you when you get on the other side.
It was nice to have your sons back. You could
Oh, hell
tell
yeah.
that's exact. It wasn't a matter of Seeger or not Seeger. It was calling
No.
Dad to have his back.
Yeah, and I said that if you want me to drive down to San Diego right now and choke his grandparents unconscious, I would do that. And then I started showing him how I could do chokes. He found that to be funny.
That means a lot to a kid.
That's all. Choke your grandparents. Daddy will come down and choke your grandparents.
I'm still not really sure what to make of Bob Seger. I kind of like him in theory.
That's why he sucks. Because, yeah. I mean, here's one. Metallica don't even really care, and they did a cover, and it's way better.
Turn the page?
Yeah. I don't
Wouldn't-
know.
wouldn't-
You know what it
wouldn't
is,
be
Bob?
wouldn't be my go-to Seeger jam, so it's hard to. Yes, I think I prefer.
Yeah, but see,
the-
I don't like. I hate the big one.
You don't like Night Moves?
I hate. No. Wait, is that
Night
what
Moves
it
is a jam. I think so.
What's the other one?
He's got a lot
hate it.
of hits. He
Which is the Hollywood?
Hollywood Nights.
I
don't care for that song.
hate
yeah,
that
that's
song.
kind of poppy. It's cheesy. Yeah.
Right, that's
yeah.
what I was referring to. I hate.
But
that
I
guy.
think
and I don't like it. I don't like weird white beard short. I don't like Gandalf science looking motherfuckers.
Okay, let's see. Old time rock and roll, I could definitely do without ever hearing again for the rest of my life.
I'm with you.
Yeah, see, unless Elf's playing it, I'm not listening. Elf did it, right?
We got Tonight. No, I can
Elf.
do. I can do without.
No,
We.
he just hates cats.
I thought he did that song too. Wait,
Yeah, this song's not good.
yeah, Seeger sucks, man.
He's the
Play Night Moves. Night Moves rips. I stand behind it.
He's the Bruce Springsteen of Detroit.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
That's such a lashing to Detroit.
No, I think Jude would even say that.
Yeah, but Jude's an asshole who loves to lash out on everybody too. What's this?
Night Moves.
Oh God, Andrew, if you move to it, it makes it worse. All right, don't enjoy this. It makes sung and painful. Andrew's fighting it. He loves the Seeger so much. Fucking dude sucks. Fuck you, Catherwood. Fucking stupid Seeger shit. All right, it's not that bad. Stop playing it. Fucking
For some
Seeger.
reason, Bob Seger just reminds me of being bored in a car ride.
Yeah,
as a kid.
See, now you're making me feel like I should drive down to San Diego and choke out my ex-in-laws or whatever, because that's what my son is in that right now. He's in the Night Moves. He's in hell.
Yeah. What about Against the Wind?
What's Against the Wind?
It's a good song.
We were
No, it isn't.
Against the wind.
Who did that?
Bob Seger.
That song sucks.
Yeah.
What was the one for Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Shakedown.
Do did he do that?
No. That's
Oh,
Harold.
shakedown,
That's Harold
shakedown.
Brown.
Everybody
Yeah.
lump over time now.
You busted.
Shake that, you busted. Play that.
Yeah.
That.
No,
might
if I have to get down with the Seeger, it actually might be the Beverly Hills Cop 2 song.
Right. Okay. You might, but that's only because.
But that's only because of Axel Foley, not because of Bob
true.
Seger.
It's true.
No, that's not true.
No, it makes me want to chase somebody. It makes me want to chase down a criminal. That song.
I can honestly say that as a kid, I did not have cable. I did not get to watch HBO. I could not go to R-rated movies.
You did not know of the movie.
I was certainly aware that it existed. I experienced the song separate of the movie. To me, it was a pop song that was out then.
I mean, this is fucking.
No, this is old time rock
This
and roll.
is kicking ass.
This is so much cocaine.
I cannot.
I feel cocaine filling my
Is that-
nose
is
as
that
I
what
hear
it-
it.
Is that why I like it?
Yeah.
I'm like, this has just got the beat, man. This is 80s fucking pumping it right here. White. You need white sneakers, skin tight.
With a blazer, that you roll up
What's
the
a
sleeves
blazer?
like a sports coat.
A sports coat. Oh
Suit
yeah.
jacket.
This is good shit, right, Will?
Wait, this. You know what? I remember this song to be better. This song fucking sucks.
Sock tie.
Wait till it gets to the chorus. That's when it really.
Well, so far, this song
kicks
sucks
in.
absolute balls.
Oh,
there
Hey,
you go.
speaking of soundtracks, what the fuck is up with Kenny Loggins? He looks 25 years old. It's weird.
He got really good surgery.
No. It's certainly not natural. Let me be very clear.
But
That's not what I'm.
you're right. When someone
He
does
looks a
get
bit
that
like a
much
lady,
surgery,
though.
typically it doesn't look this good.
Yeah, he
It's
looks a little bit like a
weird.
lady.
Yeah.
It is
But
pretty fucking weird.
Are you sure it's him though? Because it might be the Billboard thing where they do this airbrush, not really who he is.
No,
Have you
I was
seen him?
watching video out front in the lobby here.
This song fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's not very good. Kenny Loggins did a performance in the other Sirius XM studio in New York, I guess somewhat recently, at least in the last few years. And it was video of him with a guitar, and I'm like, it is creepy how young he looks.
Okay, show me that, Andrew, because if he was at Sirius, well, God, that is not even him.
I know.
He took his face and put another man's face on his face.
But a much younger man.
Oh, you're not you.
No, he's not.
Your kids must be terrified of you.
Because they look older than you?
That, and when you go, hey, it's daddy, and it's going to hit your dad's voice in another man's face, that's going to be horrifying, Michael. Could you imagine if your dad had another man's face? That's the people I care about the most in this. I think the Loggins children they do not FaceTime their father.
Maybe there's like a family
Text
rule that
message
when he
only.
enters the house, he has to come in singing like the Footloose theme so they know it's really him.
Danger Zone.
In your head and you can't sleep, you can't eat, you must.
I go back into my paperwork, I go back into my song ideas, and I usually
That man is like 70 years old.
Yeah, that's impossible.
It's bizarre, right?
I'm alright. What? Nobody worry about me. You got to be
Is there any video of him walking, or did they just?
I think
did they put him in a coffin and nail it and fucking go out the back way with Howard Stern?
Maybe they made him out of the same shit that they made that Russian guy they pulled out of the cave because they're both fake.
They both look like each other a little bit.
They do.
Wait, this is him standing up
and dancing.
Wow, you guys are okay. Who is this guy?
Isn't it crazy? Why is this not getting more attention? He's 71.
People need to figure out what he's doing.
What's going on with Kenny Loggins?
Yeah, like all the people in the UFC need to go to Kenny Loggins' gym and hang out with Kenny Loggins' doctor. And like, if Daniel Cormier sees Kenny Loggins' doctor, Daniel Cormier will be heavyweight champion for the next 20 years. What the fuck, dude? You look like... It doesn't even look bad.
I know, it's weird.
It doesn't even look like it's a bad... He looks like he's 40. He looks like he's 53 and he's had some plastic surgery and now he looks 38. Get the fuck! That's so weird. He's screaming and he has no wrinkles.
Jason, now do you believe in the paranormal?
Fuck! This is crazy what he's doing.
I think when you team up, it's kind of like titties. When you team up really good genetics with really high quality surgery, that's when it goes really well. Like Rob Lowe, you guys were talking about him the other day. I think that's another example. He looks great because he's so naturally good looking.
Look at
His bone
Skinny
structure's
Trunk. Is he
amazing.
playing?
I think
Is that him?
Kenny Loggins is just a puppet being worked by the Caddyshack gopher.
Kenny Loggins is the best looking 80-year-old guy I've ever seen.
What if it's like 3 Caddyshack gophers on top of each other?
Inside a suit.
In a human suit.
Inside an affliction suit.
He doesn't even have like a turkey neck.
I know, it's really strange. I kind of want to go see Kenny Loggins. And I
I
don't
wouldn't
like
go
any
that
of
far.
his
That's
songs.
fucking crazy. This'll do. God, he sucks so bad.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
It's so. This is, oh, you fucking squirted out fart master.
He was like generationally shitty too. Like,
oh, look how tight his ears have been bolted in. So weird.
he was shitty in Loggins and Messina, and
in,
then
the in the 70s.
and then he transferred into like solo artist pop guy that sucked. He was always shitty.
Is that hair real, or is that a wig?
I mean, it's not a wig. It's
Just like with how it is on his ears.
No, it's
like
the surgery and the. I know, dude. I know. It's the thing that they all. It's like big millionaire guy have that hair. This weird glued on. It could be plugs.
Kenny Loggins was happening in the 80s. He had the credibility of Caddyshack, and then he came off with the ultimate prom song, Forever.
What's... Oh, God, I can't believe I just said that.
Forever in your hearts.
That's what he says?
I was always a fan of his movie songs.
Danger Zone, even?
Yeah.
Danger Zone sucks.
Wait,
Always gives me a boner.
Danger Zone's pretty badass if you're a 12-year-old in the 80s.
Even watching Top Gun when I was 7, I thought this movie's so fucking cool. Why is this song playing?
What?
Why? How about Playing with the Boys from the same soundtrack?
So fucking stupid. It's the dumbest movie ever, and that song matches it perfectly.
Listen to me. Fine, dumb movie. When I went to the theater in
Maverick is a
1980,
fucking
when
douche.
I went to the theater in
The Iceman
1986,
is gay.
In 1986, and you're in the theater as a little boy, that was the fucking coolest thing you've ever seen.
Okay.
How does he look better at 71?
Right? He looked like a mongrel.
Right here, he looks like Russian Bear guy.
Yeah, he looks like Pau Gasol.
He didn't go bald.
Here it comes.
He was that hairy in the first place.
He always looked like a pound puppy.
Oh, I remember prom so well.
This song sucks. Okay, that's the gift and the curse. Guess what? Guess what? You get to look great your whole life, and you'll probably live till you're 120. Downside is every song you ever made sucks.
Monkey
you
paw.
suck. You sound like a fucking fart.
I'll take that
hate
monkey
that
paw.
song. Hate that song.
I don't know. I'm partial to the theme song from Caddyshack 2, Nobody's Fool.
What
Didn't
was that?
catch that one. Was
Oh,
that also
really?
Loggins?
Oh, yeah, of course it was. Are you kidding me?
Man, did he direct it or what?
So the only people that came back for the sequel were Kenny Loggins and Chevy?
Was Chevy in Caddyshack 2?
I thought he was.
Nah.
For like 2 minutes, maybe.
Oh, really? Just rolled by in a golf cart?
I think Caddyshack 2's highly underrated. I laugh.
yeah.
I laugh when I watch it.
Oh, this is when he was cool in the 80s.
This is my sweet spot, Loggins.
Man, you're so fucking deep cut. This is a ridiculous song I didn't know that he made.
Skip to the chorus. You guys remember this is jam.
I don't remember the song.
I got the thumbs up from Will.
Yeah, now let's
It's
all
fucking sweet, isn't it, Will?
All right, I'm feeling this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Kenny.
Oh, the movie clips they're splicing in are exquisite.
All right, stop. This is the worst song I've ever heard.
It's very good.
This is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life.
I'd rather listen to Kenny Loggins on loop than John Cougar Mellencamp for 1 minute.
I hate John Cougar.
I hate him so much.
John Cougar Mellencamp all day over this guy.
You're high.
Really?
I'm
You're
not
high.
I am,
Oh, wow.
but that guy's this. You got to be joking me. The Cougs has got some riffs.
Like, you know how I said Bob Seger reminds
Fuck
me of a
you,
kid
Will.
being
What?
stuck in a car?
What?
Bored out of my mind?
Yeah.
John Cougar Mellencamp, he is what happens when you get to the destination and you're stuck there bored all weekend.
Wait,
Man,
I can't remember anything John Cougar Mellencamp ever did. So
Little Pink
refresh my
Houses?
memory. This is what?
This is Pink Houses.
Pink Houses
Little
goes.
ditty about Jack and Diane.
That's way better than any. Okay.
Nah.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't hate it. What's this song? I don't remember this song.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you know it.
Do
You gotta
I?
wait till you get to the chorus.
Is this Ain't That America?
Yes, it is.
Oh, fuck that song. Pandering bullshit.
Exactly. That's why I always
Yeah,
hated it,
exactly.
you
No,
know?
he's a fucking pair of Hanes
What's he
underwear wrote
pandering to?
songs.
But like hardworking blue collar American. I love this country. I love my pickup truck, and I love my wife. And I'm
You
just
don't think he works hard?
that's not my point. I think that it's just like with comedy. You know, you ever
Why
listen
is,
to
why is this music video of an old black man that's kind of blind?
Because ain't that America?
Is it?
It is a Bruce Springsteen wannabe.
Yeah. That's all,
okay,
yeah,
I
that's
just
what he
punched
is.
the microphone. What about that fucking Led Zeppelin thing that was just on the fucking screen that's selling out stadiums?
But
little
Jason,
bitches.
they're
He's way more himself than those guys are themselves.
I'd agree with that.
He's less Springsteen than whatever that band's called.
but this is happening at the same time as Springsteen. That's the difference.
Yeah. He just adapted Springsteen to the Midwest. Those kids that we saw are just a high school talent show band playing Led Zeppelin songs.
Right. And that's 40 years after Led Zeppelin. They were
Is
born.
it better or worse to rip somebody
Yeah,
off at the
that's a-
same
no,
time
it's a
or
good
40
question.
years later?
It's a good
I don't
question.
really know.
Hurt so good.
Look, it sounds like all you guys like Seeger more than Mellencamp, and so far, all the
that's
songs
tough.
you're playing in Mellencamp, they don't annoy me that much. They're just kind of funny, or I don't hear them.
Okay, I would say I I'm pretty sure I like Bob Seger, the persona, the character, a lot more than I like John Cougar Mellencamp.
Oh, the actual person, as far as I know, because I don't know either one of them. Yeah. Mellencamp seems like
I mean,
an
like,
actual
the
absolute tool.
Yeah, the them that I feel coming through the song. Seeger seems like a cool dude who writes lame songs. Mellencamp seems like like if Lenny
He's an
Dykstra
asshole,
was from
really.
the Midwest.
Lenny Dykstra.
He seems like an asshole.
I'll write
Yeah.
a song about your slot.
I don't even think you're basing it off the song. I think you've heard interviews of him too, because I feel
little
like
bit of that.
every time I hear him talk, I'm like, oh my god, you
Oh,
must
he's
be such a fucking asshole.
He's a legendary chap ass.
Yeah.
What's chap ass
Like
mean?
just a angry, pissy
Yeah, that's
fucking.
like just
Yeah.
a kid that watches interviews of him in his life. I came to that conclusion just 10 seconds of him doing an interview with someone that he didn't hate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, why does it seem like John Cougar Mellencamp hates this interview?
Well, I think
I always just thought because he's a real little short person.
I think that's part of it. I think that's definitely a part of it, and I also think that he
What, Andrew?
is he's
Why are you laughing? Because you're so gigantic. It's funny. Yeah, short people.
I'm just imagining this stuff, but I think that he thinks of himself as an actual legitimate roots rock and roller in tradition of like a Johnny Cash, and the world perceives him
Right.
as a pop artist, and so he's overcompensated to smoke cigarettes and ruin his voice and drink whiskey so that you'll think he's a rock star, which he's not. He wrote fucking Jack and Diane.
And
he's a pop singer.
And he made the name John Cougar Mellencamp to be cool. That's not his name. And-
That supposedly was put on him, and he, if you notice, by this point he was already John Mellencamp.
Yeah.
He was signed, and I think they made him Johnny Cougar, and he negotiated that down to John Cougar Mellencamp, and pretty soon into his recording career was only John Mellencamp. I don't think the Cougar thing was his. I'll at least give him credit for that.
I'll give him credit for that too. Then.
Yeah, at least that was. I had a book of pop star biographies when I was a kid that I bought like through Scholastic. That was the story in the Scholastic.
It
book.
sounds like an angry thing that John would want to do.
It
Get
does.
his name back, you know?
And just that song, Pop Singer, is just about him saying, pop singer, going to sing a pop song. You'd know it if you heard it. And,
Yeah, I've heard that.
And it's like, haha, get the joke. I'm saying that's what you think I am, but it's funny because I'm not. But it's like, but it's a fucking pop song. The joke's on you. It's exactly what this fucking is, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just ran his fingers through his hair in a manner that John Bon Jovi would be envious of. Not a pop singer, not a pop song.
What a penis.
See what he's trying to say here is... Is he wearing whiteface?
Yeah.
Why is he so goddamn pale?
No, he's got a white face makeup on. Just on the face part. What is that for? What's the... Whatever. Yeah.
Did Brown Sugar come out before or after this?
You guys are doing a great job. I still say Bob Seger sucks more than John Mellencamp.
But what about Kenny Loggins?
They both suck. Sorry, yeah, Kenny Loggins sucks more than John Mellencamp.
Have you heard the song from Caddyshack 2?
Yes, that's why. I'm kind of basing it on that fucking one song that you're really into. Is why I hate that guy so much, because I hate cool guy 80 like digital rock guy.
How many movie songs did he do the score for? Like,
I think it's like 6 or something like that.
So we got Vacation.
He did Vacation?
Beverly Hills. Yeah, he did. Isn't he?
I'm all right.
I'm all
That's
right.
Vacation.
That's
about.
that's Caddyshack though.
Oh, then well, Vacation he did.
Oh no, Vacation is the that's a great song, Holiday Road by Lindsey
Oh,
Buckingham
yeah.
from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
amazing.
That is
And
a good song.
not Fleetwood Mac-y at all too, which is cool because he did something so different. That song kicks ass. Can we
That
all
does-
can we
Oh,
at
yeah,
least
Footloose.
That song rips. That song rips.
Okay.
Footloose. Okay. Top Gun.
Top Gun, Caddyshack 1 and 2.
Over
wait,
the Top.
Over the Top. Oh yeah, Meet Me Halfway.
Yeah.
Wait, man, I can't. I hate this guy.
wait.
I don't even want to hear what it is.
Okay,
But
what
we
is?
watched Over the
Hold
Top.
on. Yeah. He'd written a love song, and they ended up repurposing it as being about Sly and his kid, Meet Me Halfway.
Yeah.
When it was obviously clearly a love song. What I'm more interested in at this exact moment is a Kenny Loggins song I don't think I was familiar with before called Return to Pooh Corner.
What?
Oh,
It makes sense, actually.
The title track from Human Centipede 2.
Oh, it's about Winnie the Pooh.
So help me if you can. I've gotta get back to the house in Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised there's so much.
This is him in a nutshell, you guys. This is what he likes to do.
Count all the bees
Sing
in the
turds.
hive. Chase all the clouds from the sky.
He sucks.
He did, but he skipped over it. Did you hear it?
Back to the days of Christmas.
It's coming up.
He went
Sure.
Oh,
Pooh
come
Corner.
on.
Here it comes.
Winnie the Pooh doesn't know.
He tried to skip over. He went like,
He went to the corner.
Coima.
You didn't want to be a meme?
Stop. Okay, I can't.
"Meet me halfway."
Yes, meet him halfway. He is the worst. You know what? What's the guy Caddyshack 2? Who's the comedian that replaced
Jackie
Mason.
You like him, huh?
I don't dislike him. I'm
You
indifferent.
kind of said you liked that show.
I rewatched
That movie.
Caddyshack 2 and I'm like, this is actually pretty funny.
Hmm.
Dan Aykroyd kicks ass in that movie, in my opinion.
I hated his I barely even remember Caddyshack 2, but I love Caddyshack 1 so much that like when I saw it as a kid, I just remember being so offended that he was basically just trying to do a watered down.
Absolutely. There's no doubt
Bill
about
Murray.
it. I think Caddyshack 1 forced people's hand into hating Caddyshack 2, but I think if you're objective about it, if you really try to be objective about it, I'm like, it's kind of funny.
They got titties in that, or did they go PG-13?
I think they had to go PG-13 because they were trying to sell that fucking gopher so hard the second time around.
Oh, it's PG.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
No, the gopher was the real star of that one. They were
Esterhaus.
They were there to sell toys. I'm not sure Dan Aykroyd was ever all that great. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's a weird thing to just throw out there with.
Well, he came
I mean,
up.
Blues
I've
Brothers
been
was
sitting
pretty good.
Okay.
It was funny when he got his
Pretty-
cock
he was-
sucked by a ghost.
He was pretty good in Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
I am not sure I agree with that. I can't. I mean, John Belushi is obviously the guy who carries Blues Brothers, but he's one of the Blues Brothers.
Wait,
Sure.
I think that's the difference is that Dan Aykroyd was clearly more of a character actor.
He's
He
more of a
was
straight
not a
man,
leading man. He was not a leading man. He was the guy that you played off. And
As
I think,
a kid, I did always consider him the weak link of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, there you go.
What?
Yeah.
Even more than Winston.
How dare you?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What about when he got slimed and he was like loving everybody and shit?
That was funny, but everybody got slimed by the happy
Yeah, but he
juice.
was the funniest guy when everyone got slimed. He was the funniest guy out of everybody.
Everybody had their moments, but I don't know.
More
As a
moments
kid,
than the fucking.
I didn't connect that much with Dan Aykroyd. I loved Harold Ramis. Obviously, I loved Bill Murray. Winston barely was in it until like the third act.
Dragnet?
The hell is
I did like
Dragnet made me laugh.
When I was that was they did a TV or a movie based on the TV show Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd, and I remember because I kept a catalog of this shit. I was allowed to watch PG-13 movies, so I knew every PG-13 movie that had tits in it, and I would record them off of HBO. And my grandpa caught me watching the strip scene from Dragnet, and I got banned from watching it. He initially fucked up and told my mom, I don't think Kevin should watch Batman anymore. And I was like, wait a second, there's no titties in Batman. I might be in the clear. And he kept going off about how Batman is inappropriate. And she's like, all right, guess there's no more Batman. And then he was like, oh, wait, I mean Dragnet. And I was like, oh, fuck! You took my tits!
It's so weird. Everybody's got a different way of being brought up. Is it that bad if you started titties in Dragnet?
No, of course not.
I mean, scar you for life, right?
No.
Look at him.
You can't do that, Michael. You can't just say, look at him. That's not fair.
I don't know.
Something scarred him.
I don't.
Who's to say it wasn't Dragnet?
There's so many other things that were way harsher than him seeing titties on Dragnet. Come on.
I don't know. It's a good question because I'll use myself as an example. My parents had zero concern about me watching titties and
So
nudity.
did you see them?
Since I was like 3, watching Cheech and Chong and fucking Super and Porky's and shit.
Yeah.
And I think disproportionately horny and gross.
Do you think it's from that?
Maybe. I definitely am gross.
But then you also you hear like countless stories about girls that are porn stars, and they say that they were raised super strict in religious households.
That's a good point, yeah.
And then they just explode out and go dick crazy.
I didn't see. Oh, I don't count. God damn it.
Because look at how about violence? We all, I think, as products of the '80s, most of would be classified. We all got hit over the head with just tremendous amounts of violence, and
I got hit over the head.
None of us are particularly violent people. I don't think.
No, and
I'm not.
I grew up because I used to get my
fight me yet or what?
My uncle my uncle's like a couple years older than me, and he was a big horror movie buff and had a subscription to Fangoria, and I would sneak into his room and steal his Fangorias and look at like all the disgusting, brutal kill shots that they would highlight from horror movies and stuff. And I grew up loving horror movies as well, and I loved it when in an action movie when someone got their fucking face blown off.
Yeah.
If you show me anything like Faces of Death, any real death, my fucking week is ruined.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm now that you mentioned that, I'm still not okay from yesterday seeing that now famous picture of the dad dead in the Rio Grande with his little daughter. I'm still not okay. Like that was the worst thing I've ever seen since the beheading video I watched in like 2003.
And you know what's weird is I actually know what you're saying because I follow the old boxer actor guy that was in The Wrestler. What's his name?
Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
He just flat out posted that photo on Instagram.
Yeah, not okay. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
like
I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at, and I'm like, what is this? And then I read. I'm like, dude, okay. Didn't need to see that.
It's the worst thing I've laid eyes on since, like I said, that I watched a beheading video, like one of the first real famous beheading videos Al Qaeda did in like 2003 or something. I watched it and I was like, I'm not okay. That really haunted me.
Yeah, but these But to know these things happen and to turn it on yourself as to how lucky you are right now to be alive right now with your kid.
Yeah.
You know, this is the only way to look at this, dude. You don't have any other choice. If you look at it any other way, you're doing it the wrong way.
No. I
You're
mean,
here right now. You should make the most of it.
I'd be concerned if I wasn't affected by that photo. You know?
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Did they do a debate thing last night? Was everybody very happy with it? I didn't. I was a little bit busy. I was too busy. Hey, Will, guess what I was doing?
Being a man.
Fucking.
Yeah!
Like a man, just pounding it out. I had no time to watch a fucking debate.
World domination.
My penis was debating pussies.
Yes, similar. I mean, I was beaten off, but still.
That same thing counts.
Yeah.
Beating it.
I heard some lady won.
Did she?
I was
Very-
whacking off to the
very-
debate.
Very exciting.
A lady won, you say?
People are crowning Elizabeth Warren the winner.
No. Gibby Lanyard.
Wait, Gibby Lanyard?
Lanyard? I love her.
Who's Gibby Lanyard?
Gabby.
Our next president.
Oh, finally.
Gabby, what's her name?
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard, yeah.
I could get behind President Lanyard. Vice President Patches.
Was there anybody, and did anybody do good or bad? Or
There were a couple of the candidates that spoke half their answers in Spanish. That stood out.
That's what my trainer is Cuban, and he said that's my only source of the outside world when it comes to that stuff. He said that a lot of them were speaking Spanish, and I said, why are they doing that?
Pandering.
Two of them are Texas congressmen and politicians in Texas. The other was the former mayor of Camden, Cory Booker, who speaks Spanish.
But isn't everybody in America, don't they speak English?
Yes. But they're
Big
trying
Hispanic
they're
population.
trying to develop votes, and so you think there's
Wait,
good,
so you want votes from illegal immigrants? Or you're saying legal immigrants?
just people who speak Spanish naturally, but their native tongue is Spanish. They probably.
But you're in America.
I know, but
And
they're
you want to be
sitting
the
back.
president of America.
They're
and
sitting
you're-
back, going, "What can I do to play to my fan base?" And the Democratic Party, a big portion of their fan base.
I know I'm
voter
starting
base
to sound
is,
like a Republican right now, but I don't understand why you need to speak Spanish to anybody in America to be
pretty
the
silly.
president of America.
I think it's silly. I think it's a stupid move.
Yeah, I'm not. When you're in Mexico or in Spain, go for it. I don't get it.
To me, as a guy who grew up with a mother who that is her native tongue. It's like,
yeah.
I look at it as it's no different than when people give Hillary Clinton shit, which they did, for going to like black churches on her campaign and going like, "Let me tell y'all something."
Did she really?
Oh yeah, she would. She would. It wasn't over the top, but she would definitely throw on a, and it's like it's pandering. It's it's silly.
Isn't it just?
But also, Jason, just because you missed it last night, you can watch it for 2 hours tonight because they have 10 more candidates doing the exact same thing.
Wait, it's not a replay. It's just more people doing the show.
There are 20 people that qualified for the debate. They split it into 2 nights, 10 on each.
Oh, okay. So it's only 2. It's not over and over again.
Right. So you can watch Joe Biden.
No,
Bernie
guess what I'm going to be
Sanders.
doing, Will? I'm going to miss it again. Guess what I'm going to be doing?
Beaten off! Oh, wait, that's me. Fucking!
Look at that.
I'm going to gape. Yay! I want to see the debates, but I'm going to try and gape all night.
The
so.
degaping.
Yeah, I'm going to be degaping myself.
Bong.
Katie, you listening? Get the spatula. Or, no, the speculum. Yeah. Get the speculum. We're going to debate tonight. I'm going to put some cereal in my butt and take photos for Instagram.
What's up?
Man, that was spot on.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I so want to post my slow-mo nude backflip. Fucking the world, man.
You can put it on Twitter.
Just kind of appreciate a dick flicking joke from time to time,
Can
man.
you pixelate?
It's just funny.
The dick
no,
as
but
it
it ruins it. The funniest part about it, it's like, when you ever have a drunk friend and he's like, he got no pants on and he runs past or something, and you're like, "Look, he's fucking dick flab." It's funny.
Yeah.
That's the part. If you take that out, you're just taking the soul of the joke out.
Oh, I love that video. Love the video of the guy at the NFL Combine maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago, and he's running the 40, and his dick just flies out.
What?
But when they show it on ESPN and stuff, it just does. They pixelate it. It doesn't have the
Wait,
same.
his dick flies out?
His dick literally just shoots
Wait,
out.
his pants ripped open or something?
No, he just has a giant cock.
But why did it come out?
Look.
He's faster than pants.
Out this year, he really highly recruited kid. He's almost 6'6", 310. He's a little high hip. You can see how long-legged he is. He's a little stiff in the hips, but boy, is he stout.
That's his penis? Oh, and then he fell penis first and slid.
He's laughing.
My dick came out.
Yes!
I didn't see it. Where did it come out of?
Show some dick.
Oh, wow, they go in for the... Oh! Oh, his scrot! It was
there it
flapping!
Wait, his whole dick and balls came out the bottom of his shorts? Is that what that was?
Looks like his pants split, no?
What kind of fucking pants are you
I
wearing
know,
where
right?
everything came out?
Look. Watch.
Oh!
Everything came out.
Oh! The Frank and the Beans.
My dick came
Chillin'.
out. My dick came out.
Kind of a weird... It's such a... He mustn't do it very often and just had the wrong pants to...
And it looks like he fell really hard. The act of reaching down, trying to put his penis back in his pants, made him lose his balance and fall.
Is that it, or did he just kind of try to take a dive as soon as he got across because he knew his dick was out and he was on camera?
I feel like his dick came out from the start.
Well, I know, but he had to make it to 40 yards because they were timing his 40 yard
yeah,
dash.
I
So
know.
it seemed like maybe as soon as he got there, he kind of purposely keeled over.
Yeah, but
it could have been like a horse race. You know when they have to do a photographic finish? Like if he broke the record because his penis just happened to shoot straight out as he was at the finish line,
there we
that
have...
could shave precious
Did
time.
his dick come out on the gun? Like as soon as he shot out, did he shoot his dick out on the takeoff?
Look at that.
He did, didn't he? Like he ripped his pants on the takeoff because I think you hear something kind of rip when he takes off. So I think he just like the first move, his dick just comes out of his pants.
It's like his penis created a shockwave.
Or was it already out before he took off? Man,
my dick came out.
Is this man currently in the NFL?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Was it fast?
I don't think he was a particularly high recruit.
Right. It didn't look that quick either.
Right.
Big fucker. 6'5", 310.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, sweet hog, too.
You got to say that, I guess.
God, to have that come out about you and to not even get to be in the NFL.
I know. He'll always be the dick came out guy.
Yeah, but at least his dick came out and it was a solid dick.
It was. It was a massive hog.
Yeah, so that I don't know if he really, you know what I mean? Does he lose? To be like, all the girls are like, did you see that? He's carrying, and it's not like he tried to do it. You know, it's just, hey, everybody, if you want to see a massive hog, look at this video, and then you're like, wait a minute, where's this guy at? Hey, wait a minute, aren't you massive hog guy that ran and fell? Yeah, matter of fact, I am. That's not that bad of a thing.
He did get drafted by Brazzers, though.
Not so bad at
Silver
all.
lining.
What else is there?
Well, we have a game that we are planning to play. At this point, it almost might behoove
shit.
us to break and come back and do it.
Oh, wow. All right. We tried to do a thing that didn't happen because we didn't have time. So, yeah, this is a good idea. Well, wait.
Yeah, speaking of
who's
big fat dicks.
Wait, somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Who was on the phone?
Surf beaner?
A young lady?
Wait, does he want to talk to Catherwood?
I think so.
I don't want to talk to women.
It's a guy.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Ellis.
Yeah. Surf
What's
Beaner,
up,
you're on
homie?
with Catherwood.
What's up, homie? How you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, Catherwood.
Yes.
What's up? I say, hey, dog. I mean, come on. You're the king of the pink socks. You're digging some NFL big black hog, and you're going to cry and be sick about a salvatrucha face down in some water. Come on, that's it.
I think if it was a guy by himself, I probably would have gone about my day. I'd have been like, from a human standpoint, I'd been like, that sucks. You know, poor guy looking for a better life. But seeing him with his arm around his dead daughter was yeah, it was pretty
man,
intense.
you need a little time with Rudy. All right, shout to the Wolf Knives. What's up, Comtard? We'll see you at Comic Con. That's it.
Each to their own, you know? Surf Beaner is okay with dead babies. Catherwood gets a little shook up when he sees them, yeah.
I do get that a lot, though, because people assume that I am into gapes and fucking prolapse and all that
You'd
stuff.
be into dead people,
that
too.
they send me, like crazy death stuff, you know,
Oh.
and I'm like, that's not my thing.
No.
I'm not into.
No, two different things
I'm not
entirely.
into the drug cartel murders, you know, or something like that.
Yeah, no, I there was a time there where I might have been okay with watching animals kill people, which I think is still a bit sick of me. But now, yeah, I'm like, whew. It just goes to show. It's like when Andrew was like, I can't believe you would listen to Slipknot, and I'm like, I can't believe you wouldn't. It's a tremendously good band, and yeah, they're dark as fuck, and I really like it. Scary as shit. And then now, yeah, I don't. If someone's like, "Hey, man, do you want to see somebody die?" No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I think when you're already dark and you see stuff like that, you don't feel it that much. Maybe you don't even catch on that it's making you a darker person. But people don't need to. You people can be aware of it. It's. You need to have the knowledge to know what happens, but you don't need to go down the wormhole, the rabbit hole, or whatever you want to call it, of watching people die. It doesn't make you a better person. Doesn't, and that's all you really want to do in your life. You don't want to be like, you want to know something real bad. It's overrated.
You know, there was another video going around yesterday and today for
Not dead people, obviously.
no, the exact opposite, which is why I'm bringing it up.
Fully alive.
17-year-old in Turkey came to the rescue of a 2-year-old who was like hanging out of a window or off a building or something. And
Why was the 2-year-old doing that?
I don't know the answer to that question, and the video only shows from a couple feet above the guy, so you just see the child fall into his arms.
Whoa! So the child actually fell.
Oh yeah.
And this kid caught him.
Yes.
Catching a baby.
In midair.
Wait, is he already seeing that? He's like, wait, is that a kid hanging?
Yeah, and he's like, oh shit, the baby's about to fall.
Woo!
Like maybe the baby was crawling out a window or whatever. He sees the situation developing, is looking at it because he sees how it potentially could be bad, and then he goes, yeah, the worst case scenario was about to play out.
Nice scoop.
Yeah.
Man. Does the parent, how long before the parent knows that the kid jumped out the window? How long before are people yelling like, hey, anybody lose a kid up there?
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
fucking idiot.
The only comment I have from the father is, may God bless you, which is what he said to the teenager after saving the kid and gave him
Is he in
a reward.
The NFL now?
It looks like the
Nice,
kid
Will.
wandered off while the mother was cooking, from the explanation in the video.
Look, as somebody who has I mean, of course, you can't let your baby crawl out windows, but as someone who has a baby in the crawling stage, like, you turn your eye for a second and shit can.
And that's a young dad.
Look, a bad
dad looks like he's about 19.
A bad
that's
parent-
not the dad.
No, that's the kid who yeah.
Sorry.
A bad parent might well put their kid in danger of shit like this constantly, but a good parent could also
It could happen.
occasionally.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kids, man.
Wow. What can they do?
They're very dumb.
Yeah.
Kids are very, very dumb. They will do dumb
Speaking
stuff.
of very dumb, we're going to do a bit after this that's stupid.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
Stick around. More with Jason Ellis right after this.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. That's the problem growing businesses have, all because of the hodgepodge of business systems. One for accounting, another sales, another inventory. If that's you, you know it's a mess and it's too much, takes up too much of your time and too many resources, and that hurts your bottom line. You need NetSuite by Oracle, a cloud-based business management software that gives you visibility and control. You need to grow. With NetSuite, you save time, money, and unneeded headaches by managing sales, finance, accounting, orders, and HR instantly from your desktop or your phone. That's why NetSuite is the world's #1 cloud-based business system. Companies that use NetSuite grow 3 times faster than any other like, and And S&P 500. Sorry. Right now, NetSuite is offering valuable insight with their free guide, 7 key strategies to grow your profits at netsuite.com/Ellis. That's netsuite.com/Ellis. Download the free guide, 7 key strategies to grow your profits at netsuite.com/Ellis.
Jason
Ellis. On Faction Talk.
Sometimes I stare at my balls in the shower to see which one wiggles the most.
I've just recently learned that my balls are essentially odorless.
I have just recently smelt your balls, and you're right.
I miss my balls. We will be reunited.
I miss my balls too. Yeah, well, New York's not giving them back, buddy.
The Jason Ellis Show.
It is that time of year again.
What?
Time for
Christmas?
the annual
Scabies.
Wollaston Carnival in the Forest of Dean.
Does that mean that if I go there that I could meet, like, the Witch of Eastwick?
No, I think it's a lot lamer than that.
What about Blair Witch?
Is this Lord of the Rings type stuff you're talking about?
You
No.
meet witch people, right? Do they have, like, cow heads on their head and are they naked in the forest?
Goatskin legs?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Do they have that?
There's a mime.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, wow.
It's not like that was it Midsummer or Summer? What's the
Midsummer
festival?
Night-
No, the horror movie where
Midsummer.
Midsummer.
That's where me
what
and
I
Catherine
said.
would want to go. Me and Catherine would want to go to like an outrageous wild night thing in the forest where there's super hot chicks, and we're married, so we're not even really that interested in that. And
course.
then they're like, come over here and talk to me for a second in the bushes. And we're like, look, I'll talk to you, but I'm not going to be doing anything because I'm a married man. And then they take their pants and their top off, and you're like, whoa, seriously can't do that. And then they turn into like the beastly witchy people, then try to eat you. And then me and Mike are naked, and we have to fuck them all to survive to get out of there.
Just to live.
And boy, are our wives happy to see us when we get out of there after we fucked all those witches that tried to kill us.
Yep. You're totally right.
That's what we wanted to go to.
Yep.
That'd be a really funny.
You fucked everybody, and your wife is fucking hugging you for. I'm saying fuck a lot again. I'm assuming your daughter's not listening today, Catherine.
No, not today.
I'm feeling a little feisty today, so if she is, tell her to turn it off. I'm fucking coming in hot. Yeah, I think that we would that if you could get an evening where somebody gets to experience that, that's a big money purchase.
Yeah, my wife has constantly told me that survival fucking is okay. Yeah.
I know. I wouldn't even if I was like, babe, I have to tell you something. I fucked like 60 witches last night. Because I'm supposed to ask first. 60 times you couldn't get a call in. I'm like, they were trying to kill me. And me and Catherine had to fuck them. I am not in trouble.
What about zombies? It'd be still
Nobody
okay.
wants to fuck a zombie. That's
I know.
ridiculous.
What about mimes?
Nope.
I'd fuck a mime.
I'd fuck a hot mime.
I would not. I hate mimes.
I'll take the zombie.
Yeah, I'd rather fuck a zombie.
So, revelers at the annual Wollaston Carnival in the Forest of Dean, nearby Gloucestershire, England, were approached
forest.
by a mystery man. He was a mime in a full body, like a bodysuit, a morph suit. Like you literally couldn't see his face or anything.
Oh man.
And he was going around with a sign that was just like, can you guess who I am? Give me £1 for a guess, and the winner will get £100. And this is, it was like a charity event that was going on, so people gave him a bunch of money. And then he left.
The end.
It was Banksy.
And everyone's like, who
Well, they
invited
didn't guess
that mime guy? And the organizer was like, I thought you invited that mime guy. And he actually like made a big show of going over and getting in his car and doing a big wave to everybody and miming goodbye. And then he left. And people were like, what's he coming back?
That dude's awesome.
That
must
answers
have
the
been-
question. What does it take to make a mime cool?
Yeah.
And
I don't
drive
even
off
think-
with your money?
Yeah.
And at most, he made a couple $100, so it wasn't even like the crime of the century. He must have just gone out to the sweetest dinner ever, like the greatest bottle of wine and dinner you've ever had, knowing that these simpletons had given you their money.
Simpletons.
Get these balls.
And that's why you never trust a mime.
Yeah,
fuck
I never trust anybody that can't talk, unless somebody cut their tongue out.
Then I trust them with my life.
Then I would trust them with my life.
Then
You're
I'm
right.
not going to tell anybody your secrets.
Well, they could write it down.
Yeah, but they won't say it.
Yeah, writing it down's even worse.
That's a record.
Especially if you do it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But look, enough of this shit. We got a game, a contest, a serious contest that involves coordination, athleticism, concentration, and focus. Same word, but whatever.
And thrusting.
Oh, and fucking.
And art.
Yeah, I wrote down a bunch of terms, and I put them in this tiny Betty Page 10, and you guys are going to have to draw them out of here.
Why do you have a Betty Page? Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because he's a
Oh,
filthy
I
pervert.
know, because he's fucking everybody, and he's just thinking about fucking Betty Page. And he's not fucking her, he's fucking...
You know they ripped her off, and Rob
Saggy.
Turn people are still making money off of images, and she is either living in destitution or died in destitution.
Oh, she's dead as hell.
I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah, but she didn't know.
I think I remember every goth chick I know mourning her.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
She's old as hell. Yeah, she's dead.
Let's see. I could be wrong.
I almost had her as a skateboard
Yeah,
graphic.
she died 11 years ago.
I see.
So, who's going to be the teams on this game?
I am hot for you!
You want to be in my team, Will?
Of dictionary. I can't.
Why?
I have these.
I'm on Catherwood's team then.
All right, so it's
Okay.
Jason Catherwood versus Tully and Kevin. Is there going to be one representative who puts the strap on?
I fucked a lot last night.
Penis down?
Kevin, Catherwood, it's all you.
Okay.
All right, so what will happen
You don't
is-
want to switch off back and forth?
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's the
known
best
for
way
that.
to do it.
I'm known for that. I'll definitely do that.
It's it's like with password. One guy goes once, then you switch to the next round.
You use
Fair
my
enough.
dick first, and then I'll use yours next, all right?
So we road tested this on the show. If people didn't hear it, it's pretty straightforward. We're playing Pictionary, but there's a strap-on that has a Sharpie attached to it. See, and we all know those are a little floppy. They have a little give, and we're all terrible drawers to begin with, and now we're doing it with a floppy dick on our crotch.
So you're going to be
That was
drawing
really well
something.
explained, Michael.
Yeah, dictionary.
And your partner's going to have to be guessing. And Andrew, you going to keep time on this?
I will run a timer.
All right.
Oh, the pain of time.
So who gets to go first?
Not me.
All right. That makes it the team of Kevin and Tully.
You already tried it. I can go first.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Come over here, Tully. and
Get
put-
over there, Tully.
Put this strap-on on.
Let's put some strap-ons on and have a good time.
So I basically only used the waist strap because getting into the leg harnesses takes way too much time.
Yeah, but
and-
you really want to listen to your partner? I would feel like I'm going to help you out, compadre. I feel like having your legs in there might give you more control of the stick, so to speak.
I think I'm already putting this on wrong. Believe it or not, first
You
time
can't
putting
say
the
you
strap
think
on.
you put it on wrong before you put it on.
the balls
You
face
gotta
down.
pull it up first. Yeah, that's good. If the balls
what?
are above
it
the...
actually makes more sense if the balls are up to me.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, that's why. Then maybe you do need help.
I think I do.
Okay.
Look for the G string in the bra and go under. Yeah, he's got the dick twisted. I think that's the problem.
Isn't it always?
Twisted dick.
In the meantime, listen to this.
It's Kenny Loggins.
It may as well be, right? So fucked up.
He's got the line.
In the meantime, listen to this.
Yeah, the dick's upside down.
Alone with you inside my mind.
Wait, this is better.
I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Is it me you're looking for? I love you, won't you tell me your name? I love you, let me jump in your game. I love you, won't you tell?
Somebody timing?
Wait a minute.
We're listening to some beautiful music.
Yeah.
Singing
It's
dolphins.
me. I was wondering if after you say
Hey, I was thinking, what about how the seal can sing or talk? Right. Is there any way that we could make a song with that seal that sang? What song did he sing again?
Well, he did like the Star Wars and continuation of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Is that right?
He did Twinkle Twinkle, right?
Remember Star Wars.
Did he do Twinkle or Star Wars?
He did both.
Yeah, he did both. So he didn't say any words. He just carried a tune.
Was there any way we can do the tune with him doing it to it?
I mean, it would just be paired up with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Okay, it's stupid. Fucking. Anyway.
Gotta get more talking animals. Okay, Tully, pick your poison here. This is the thing you're gonna have to draw. Some of these are really difficult, and some are really easy, so.
I hope this is not supposed to be one of the easy ones.
No, me too. All right, Kevin, you ready to guess?
Yes, I am.
Andrew, get ready to start the timer, and go!
Wait, who's guessing?
Oh, it's backwards. The pen's backwards.
Okay, stop.
He's drawing
You guys
his
should
own
check
penis.
your gun. Like that's like about to fire a gun, realizing it's pointed at your own face.
All right, ready to start the timer? And go!
That's a really bad song. You got a microphone over there?
Is it a dick? I was just gonna lean over Will's shoulder.
That's pro.
Grilled cheese.
No.
All right, it looks like a square. Home plate? A baseball field.
Wow.
Charlie Brown's shirt. A UFO. Man, Tully's got that hip action. A turkey?
That penis is way wobbly. Oh my God! It looks like it looks like some child scribbled on a piece of paper.
I'm not sure this is going to work out.
No, I don't think so either.
10 more seconds.
I mean,
The Star of David.
this might be a good video for YouTube because Tully looks like he's having an epileptic seizure or something, but so does the drawing. I don't think anyone's going anywhere here.
No,
I don't know.
And we've hit a minute.
We've hit a what?
1 minute.
Oh, okay, that'll do.
Okay.
All right, what?
Holy shit!
Look at that! What is that? What was you? What
You
would
just
be a guess?
scratched the wall.
Okay, here. Is there another pen? Let me show you what I was trying to draw with my crotch, and tell me if it would have made any difference.
You think you'll be better at this, Catherine Wood? Than
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Let's see what he was trying to draw. Okay, that looks nothing like what you drew.
A vampire?
A crab.
The devil.
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense.
Still doesn't, right?
A penny?
Okay, yeah. So that's a penny going in.
Cash register? Piggy bank. Piggy bank.
Piggy bank. All right. That does not look like a piggy bank.
It sure doesn't.
Catherine Wood, why don't you strap on that penis and start to draw. There you go.
This is so stupid.
Maybe we needed a harder penis.
No, I mean, is this the same one we used last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think Cool Beans is pretty good with a rubber dick.
I think it's possible.
That's what I hear.
Oh, okay.
Do I need to change paper?
Nah, just scribble over the top of that. Yes, you need to change paper.
Everybody's got to be good at something. Mine's just dildo drawing.
If you're just tuning in, we're playing Dictionary, and it's failing.
Yeah, but, it's a good idea, though.
Is it?
Yeah, if you're, like, at a party where everybody can see what's happening. It's the pen on the penis.
You can see it on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
But if you're in the car driving, you should probably not do that.
Yeah. All right, so...
Mike, you look excited to have...
How that happened?
What happened? What just shot off into the air?
He lost his load.
Did you just shoot? Did you throw something at someone?
The cat fell off.
Oh.
I got
It fell off.
It was like
It flew into the air.
Yeah.
There's no way you're drawing anything with that.
All right, so Catherine Wood's got his
He has a rubber
penis.
dick that's like it's wobbling while he's hanging it out in front of him with a marker on the end of it. There's no way you can make a fucking shape that you want to make with that. But
All right.
go ahead.
You're going to guess.
Okay,
You guys
can
got
serve
mine.
me all you want, thinking that I'm going to be able to read your dick on the page. Okay, I'm in.
On Friday, you guys got mine.
All right, Andrew, ready? Start the clock.
And I'm the only person that can actually see it and talk. He's just It's not. I can't see what you're doing.
It's like we've all gathered here to watch him take a piss.
He's not. As far as I can see right now, he's not moving.
As soon as you've got something
You
worth
need
seeing,
a cordless mic
let us
or
know.
a mic thing so you can look over his shoulder while he's doing it. He's trying to do dots. He's doing a cat's face.
No,
It's a
no,
dog.
go.
Bird, a dog, a monkey.
Does look
An animal's head.
animal head.
It's an animal's head. Cat, tiger, fox, mouse.
20 seconds left, Jason.
He's got that slow
Possum.
and easy style.
Koala. This is insane. A bat. A Batman. Cat, bat, rat.
Are these the hard ones or the easy ones, Will?
Batman.
I don't know. I got to figure out what it is first.
The Batman? Something bat?
Buzzer. You hit it 1 minute.
Cat. That's it. Fuck it.
All right, you hit
So
1 minute.
stupid.
You're done. Oh, that. At least I can see a face on there,
And
and then it's got ears.
You drew a cat's face. The devil. Fuck!
That's the happiest devil I've ever seen.
That's really good, dude, considering your dick is just wobbling around everywhere. Not doing this anymore. You need a mic to look over. So it's bad radio when someone can't see and the other person's drawing with their dick, and you can't talk about it because you can't see what he's doing.
Yeah, and we need a.
Why did we not
firmer-
figure that out after he did it in front of us yesterday?
Because
Or the other day.
Kevin was actually really good at getting it going. I
He was
guess.
from back. For some weird reason, you could see what he was doing, too. Maybe there's less of Kevin. I don't know how that works. It makes no sense. Doesn't matter.
I had it kind of on a little bit of an angle as well. I
Is that
felt
what it was?
that helped keep the penis steady.
I'll tell you what you've done better
No.
is you've blocked people watching us walk around with strap-ons way better.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
That you've done. Everything else is not good. We're not going to do that.
So should we talk about dudes we want to marry?
I'm sure I would marry a dude.
I made a
I mean,
list.
I'm married, but if I wasn't married, I would marry a
That's a
dude.
crazy coincidence. Well,
Is it?
I also found
No,
myself
but,
assembling a
but
list.
I actually really thought about it deeply, and I researched it, and I came up with what I think is my realistic list of like celebrity, well-known men that I would marry if I had to marry a man. If I had to marry anybody.
Me too. But I'm just super gay.
You already had your list?
Yeah. My list goes to 50. We're just doing the top 5.
Ah, gotcha. I'll go grab my list.
So we all have a top 5 list of dudes that, of course, we're all super incredibly hetero, but if we were to...
Wait, does that mean that I can't be in it because I'm so gay?
No, man.
All right, here you go. I would marry...
so we'll do these one at a time like we did the last top 5, going in a circle?
Works for me.
Are you going 5 to 1? With your top 1 being last?
Oh, I didn't rank.
Wait, does the person have... He has to be gay, right?
No.
No.
But how's this going to work then?
I don't know. I'm not gay either.
Yeah,
We'll find a way.
I don't think we're actually
okay.
going to marry these 5 guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to
Meet me
get
halfway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd marry Brad Pitt.
I had Brad Pitt on my list too.
I do not.
I admire his talent. He's incredibly handsome, and I hear he has a small penis, so it probably won't be too
I've seen
unpleasant
his
when he
penis.
fucks
It's
me in
not
the
small.
ass.
You're the bottom, huh?
He was in Playgirl.
I changed my mind. He smokes cigarettes. I'm not married. to
Wait,
him.
what?
He's probably got good hash.
Ed, is that your top 1? Is that the guy you most want to marry?
Not even.
Okay, so is that number 5?
No, I just realized he smokes cigarettes. So I want to replace
Oh.
that with Jason Statham.
That's right, Jason.
You guys would have beautiful babies.
That's right.
Would all look the same.
Come here
all
and
of
fuck
us.
my ass.
They'd be born bald.
Everybody in the house would be bald.
They'd talk
My
funny.
ass, I
Come
says.
here, fuck.
I'm Jason Statham. No, I'm Jason Statham.
Let's have a threesome with Jet Li.
I'm
Charlie.
gonna transport my
No,
dick in your
he got
ass.
wholly deteriorated bad. Mary's got that disease where he looks super old. I'm not fucking him.
You know what the inspiration for the Meg was? My dick.
Yeah, that's
When
not
I said
true.
Tully,
It was actually called Megalodon.
when I said Tully, I wasn't saying he's on my list. I was saying Tully. What do you have?
So I assumed we had to do living people.
Oh, I got a dead guy.
Oh, really? Because David Bowie would be probably my number one.
Right. Yeah, it's cheating. Everybody would marry David Bowie.
For a lot of reasons. I feel like he was old.
I don't think you're gay if you marry David Bowie.
Well, and I don't even think...
Even when you're butt fucking him.
I agree. I actually think like the total package I could be on board. He was older. I'm assuming his sex drive had slowed down a whole bunch. If it really was like 3 times a year, we've had the time of our lives. The snow was falling on us as we walked out of a Paris restaurant. We're going to do it tonight.
Wow, you thought about this.
Like, okay. All right. And then I had Stephen Hawking as well because,
what?
There was no sexual element to that.
Wait, that's not.
You'd have to give him lap dances and
That's
shit.
not the
He
spirit
seemed
of
like
it.
he
Anyway,
was-
they're not on my list.
Wouldn't he be a condescending prick too? Because you're like normal smart.
I would just unplug him.
Push him away.
Yeah, he gets lippy. Just unplug his voice.
He might
box.
not be fucking you with his dick, but he's fucking you with something.
You're mine.
No, man, he left people for other people.
Yeah,
he was fucking people.
He presses one button, and that chair he was in turns into like the Game of Thrones throne with just dildos and dicks.
Anyway, he did make my cut. That was
Good.
one of my honorable mentions. Let me see. Where should I start here? I'll start simple. Keanu.
Yeah,
he's on my
That's a
list
solid choice.
I did
Yeah, he's
not
on
think
mine.
of him, but he's a good choice.
I could handle that. Everybody else, I've got some huge convoluted reason. Keanu's just like, yeah, I'll marry Keanu.
Yeah, he's Keanu.
Yeah.
I guess my guy that's like that is Ryan Gosling.
Oh, it's crazy. Fucking crazy idea.
I think.
So basic.
Look,
He would never go for you.
he could play the piano.
He would
that
go
one
for it.
song. He could dance, and
Cannot
he's in some
dance.
good movies. And
He danced in La La Land.
He's a guy.
I didn't watch La La Land.
He's a suave guy.
Okay. What about that movie where he's got all those stupid tattoos? The fuck was that?
Oh, is that the
Place
tree
Beyond the Pines.
forest?
Fucking
yeah,
idiot.
Pines.
Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah, I thought it was. I like that movie.
That was ridiculous. Nobody's ever had those tattoos.
Who else you got on your list, Jason?
Oh, Tony Hawk.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want him to break up with his wife because I like her, but yeah, I just think it'd be the biggest payback in skateboarding ever. I'd be like, fuck you guys. I fucking run everything now.
Change your last. Would you take his last name?
Yeah, fuck yeah, Jason
Jason
Hawk.
Hawk.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
guess what, Grosso? I'm coming to the ramp whenever I fucking want to.
Jason Hawk sounds like old Sylvester Stallone character. Like in some shitty movie in the
Think about
80s.
how many Instagram followers I'd have instantly. Scott Greenstein would give me a raise again. Be great. He's gonna give me another one anyway.
How awesome is that his name is Hawk? That
It's
it
not
turned out
fake.
that way. I know.
He really is a hawk.
I know. It's
Ah.
great.
It's weird that his real first name is Ron.
I have a controversial guy on my list. I think.
Oh no, not Hitler.
Louis Farrakhan.
El Chapo.
No, stop it.
Bill Cosby.
No. Somebody told me this person's
Rick Vaughn?
controversial, but I didn't know it.
Oh.
Bill O'Reilly.
Jack Dorsey.
Who's Jack
The
Dorsey?
Twitter guy?
He runs Twitter. He
Why do you wanna-
invented Twitter.
Oh, you suck.
His
Will,
Why
work-
do you want to marry a
Will,
Twitter?
Okay,
there are
wait.
easier ways to get verified.
No, I
What does
can
he
tell
look
you.
like, though?
He
You
can
wanna
verify
fuck-
me.
You just
No, he's got that
Verify your
He's
butt.
got that blacksmith
With his
look,
jizz.
with the beard. So he's a handsome
you want
guy.
to? Oh yeah, he's a
Yeah.
blacksmith.
He's got that blacksmith look, the old timey. I got a beard guy.
He looks like a stretched out Dinklage.
I was just thinking that he's
Stretched
regular
out
Dinklage.
and he's worth $1.3 billion.
All right, well,
He's
fuck,
smart.
hey man, it's your love
You're a
life.
fucking gold digger, dude.
No, I'm not. Hey,
He said he was attracted to his fake macho
yes,
beard look.
exactly. His fake macho-ness is what I'm attracted to.
All right.
Kevin, did you do one?
No, I've just been piggybacking because I matched with a couple of you guys. My dead guy, though, is John Candy. I would marry John Candy.
Ew. That's so disgusting. You better bring some talcum powder.
How dare you talk about my husband
I
like
don't know.
that?
I got your back because I
Tell him
chose
to lose some weight or he'll die.
I chose
Oh,
Jack
yeah.
Black. So I mean, I guess I'm kind of in that same territory.
He's
but
getting
John
big
Candy's-
lately.
Yeah, Jack Black's pretty hefty.
Calm down too.
And John Candy was tall, too, right?
I don't
So
know.
if I was ever
never
in
met
danger,
him.
he could just scoop me up in his arms like a baby and just carry me to safety.
Would you like that?
For 4
Wait,
seconds before he runs out of breath.
Wait, you're just immediately the bottom in it, everything, huh?
I know.
You want to
No.
get scooped up and carried away by him?
In your
You
imagination.
think you're fucking a guy that just scooped you away and carried you off?
That's what I'm looking for in a husband.
Dude, you're getting pounded out, bottom boy.
I'm a small animal.
You're strictly bottom.
Yeah,
He's the
you're
wife.
getting that Canadian bacon.
You're getting the Quebec log.
So
He's gonna
everybody in this room just
squirting
assumed
that
I
Maples.
would be the husband in a
Fuck
gay
yeah.
marriage?
No, you are definitely getting pounded by John
all
Candy.
all of us are fucking our bitches.
And planes, trains, and cars.
Yeah.
Well, John Candy, I could titty fuck him.
Oh, God. Come on.
You couldn't titty fuck him. He's
Nope.
not that kind of fat
He's going to
guy.
make you call him Uncle Fuck.
Yeah, you can.
Come on.
You can fuck his armpit, maybe.
I could totally titty fuck John Candy.
He doesn't have cleavage. It's not that kind of fat. Anyway.
He kind of is. I love John Candy. I think he's a.
All right. You want to get fucked by an old dead guy? We got you.
We were just 69. No butt stuff.
Oh,
God, come on.
That's
man.
a billion times worse.
That is.
Oh.
Bong bong.
Oh, Count Flapula just all over your face. Powder me out.
We would do it laying on our sides.
Please
It
don't
doesn't
talk
make any
anymore.
difference. You'd be smothered in bacon. You'd be greased up bacon lard all over you.
Stop talking.
Doesn't matter what angle you're coming from.
I can't unthink
You'd have to
that.
dig to find those genitals.
It'd be like 69 spooning.
Yeah.
It'd be like fucking getting suffocated by a gigantic pancake.
Oh, God.
All right, fine. Fuck me.
Me or Jason? I think you have another one.
wait.
Okay.
Either way, doesn't matter.
I thought we're going clockwise, so
Okay, whatever.
Jason, you got another one?
I'm still analyzing Kevin
I
Crawford.
know. I think most of us have done two.
I would say fucking Dr. Drew Pensky.
There it
Right,
is.
Of course.
Makes sense.
He was close to number one, but I'll shoot it. I'll shoot my load now.
Bill Gates.
Strong.
Bunch of gold diggers.
Here's what I figured. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I know. Because
What?
what are you attracted to?
I could have
Okay, I'll
gone
tell
with
you.
Gates, but I went with the handsome guy. Go ahead.
I'm about more than superficial stuff.
Yes.
Yes, he
Like
has.
what?
Yes, he has tons of money. I was gonna put one rich guy on my list for obvious reasons. He seems way less evil than pretty much every other billionaire. He's totally sexless. Like, we are definitely having a sexless marriage.
Yeah, what's with that?
And
You don't want to get him off?
no, I don't want to have. No, I do not. I
You're
do
a
not.
gold digger. You don't want to get him off, but he's super rich. You want to get a rich guy, and you don't want to fuck him.
But also, I think he genuinely is serious about spending tens of billions of dollars to like do good. I think he spends all day actually just thinking about how he can put his money to the best use.
Would you have more fun with that Tesla guy? At least he like goes to clubs and stuff.
No. And I think I would enjoy. And I think honestly,
He probably always wants to blow Molly up your ass.
Space sex.
Cool.
Fuck yeah. All right. I
just said-
changed my answer to Elon Musk.
I just said space sex, but it sounded like SpaceX. So.
And honestly, I think socially, Bill Gates opens a lot of doors to people I want to know.
Like who?
He's Bill fucking Gates.
Yeah, who's Bill Gates hanging out with though?
Like the biggest Hollywood
Bono
mogul, and
You can probably go visit the
Wait,
Pope
who?
if you wanted
Bono
to.
and shit.
Bono. Wait, okay. You want to hang out with Bono and
And the
ARO?
Pope.
The Pope. That's a fun night.
Can I
Bono
throw?
and the Pope.
Can I throw Kurt Russell in the list?
Yeah, well, that's
That's
a good one.
Yeah.
I'd marry the
real
fuck
good.
out of Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Although it's weird because he kind of looks like my dad. I couldn't
He's
do
too
that.
old. I'd probably marry his son though.
You said you married Dr. Drew,
Yeah, but I got 5 people.
but they're the same age.
Yeah, but Drew's different.
All right.
He's special.
I feel like Drew is more of there's like there's a security thing and him getting out of his thing. Like it would be a whole new universe if me and him got together.
Oh,
Right.
You guys would
You would
wreck each other.
teach each other.
I would wreck him for sure. There's no
Yeah.
doubt.
Well,
I would
Drew's,
let him wreck me.
Drew's more of a silver fox. Russell is, everyone would say, a little past his prime as a
Manly
you know,
man.
Yeah.
I guess I'll get my gold digger off the list. Gene Simmons.
Oh, wow.
Do you know how fucking annoying it would be to be married to Gene Simmons?
He's gonna bang you all the time.
He seems like he just goes off and does his own thing. So he probably wouldn't bother me too much.
But when he does, it's gonna be a lot of bother.
Everything he does is annoying.
Yeah.
From
Yeah, but
morning
he's gonna be
till night.
he's gonna be busy annoying other people.
You gotta
No,
wash
he's
that
not.
wig. Make sure it looks
And-
good in the morning.
He can annoy a lot of people at once.
He's got more money than God, and
You gotta take care
he's
of his children.
very
they don't have
smart
a job.
with it too. Yeah, they're off spending his money.
They are living in your house, dude.
You wake
There's
up,
like-
he's got
there's a-
sunglasses
yeah.
on automatically.
You got like 4 37-year-olds that are living in your house.
Yeah, but
You're
don't
gonna
they
see him
all have
without,
their own
dude,
little
you're
houses?
gonna see him without the wig.
So Gene Simmons might not be that attractive?
Dude, it's going to be like seeing Darth Vader without the mask on.
No, he's gonna put the makeup on. They're gonna
That's
kind of
hot, actually.
Yeah, he can put the makeup on. Then it's kind of cool. We got the whole cosplay thing going. And he's got that gigantic tongue. He just shoved that thing right up my butt.
There you go again.
He's such a bitch in it. He's just getting tongued out and cradled. Fucking ladylike.
Like, I want to be taken care of.
Yeah, you do.
Kevin, sit down. I'm going to lick your ass.
I got two people in a tie that are basically kind of the same person, just different ages.
Meatloaf and Drew Carey.
Right. No, it's Matt Damon and George Clooney. I think both of those guys are just like decent fellows you could go have a beer with and hang out with, and then they would, do things
Pound your ass.
properly. No, dude.
Yeah, pound you out properly.
No.
Break you off something proper.
No. I am the boss in this relationship.
Goodwill's cunting.
That's a joke.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's a sex tape I am not watching.
Matt Damon, George Clooney, I think those are strong.
I'd rather marry Matt Damon than George Clooney.
Why?
I'm taking Clooney.
I think Clooney has like too much of a deal.
No, they're good-humored people.
I think I'm with Tully, and I think Matt Damon's a lot closer to just kind of a Boston bro than Clooney is to being a normal guy. I think Clooney's like gone into the stratosphere.
Clooney,
he's like a male Beyonce.
He still plays like tons of pranks on people, and we talked about how I forget who his roommate was, but the guy had a cat, and he kept cleaning out the cat's litter box, like scooping the turds and throwing them away without his buddy knowing. And then one day a week later, took a shit in the cat box. So there was just a huge human log in there.
That's great.
You just landed on my list now.
That's classic.
I did put Brad Pitt on my list because I was Googling guys who are known for having small dicks, and he showed up on it. And I think George Clooney was the one who like slapped like a thing on Brad Pitt's boat that said something like "small dick here" or something like that. Like,
wow. See, I was doing the opposite. I was Googling guys with giant assholes.
That's the one you're supposed to Google, Will. Well played, dude.
Yeah,
That's what you're
Will wants
supposed
to
to
climb
find.
up there like a tauntaun.
Fuck yeah, Will. Fuck yeah.
That's
like a tauntaun.
It's the guy that's trying to reach new heights. That's all that is. I think honestly the ultimate companion for me to be in love with, where it works out perfectly, is probably that on the radar is probably the guy that does the that has those weird Justin Bieber tattoos and lives in Italy. That's a DJ that dances with hot chicks.
Marshmallow.
The Italian Playboy guy.
Oh, Instagram dude.
Yeah, the Instagram guy that has the ultraviolet ray exercise bike, and he wears a plastic bag and sweats into it.
Gianni something or other.
Yeah, if I was married to Gianni, then we would just be on boats all the time, and he would DJ nights where I'd go and get a bunch of Molly blown up my butt. And if you're gay, if you're two gay guys, then you party and you can, get blown a bunch of time, and then you live in this big house, and then next week we're going on a boat cruise, and there's a bunch of hot chicks, and every now and then
hot chicks. You're a married man to a man.
Yeah, but he sleeps
to a man.
But he sleeps with women too.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
perfect.
He tries to make it out like he does. Maybe I could just do it.
Jason, I'm going to fuck your ass.
Yeah, okay. I mean, as long as I get that breakfast, it looks cool, man.
Have some granola.
Is that freshly squeezed?
It's freshly squeezed.
Sure
okay,
is.
I'm in. Wait, what is he? Oh man, he's on Krusky. He does not stop.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, that's that. What's that house? Who is this?
That's probably his house.
His
Man,
backyard looks like a golf course.
I gotta
It's
stop.
massive.
I know. What the hell?
Look at my dog. He's
It is
running after me.
It is geotagged in Italy.
Yeah, nice.
That ain't bad, man.
No, not at all.
My next one, I picked Bennett. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Wow.
He's actually pretty hot.
Yeah, I see that.
Have you seen his butt? It's actually pretty good.
Oh,
I haven't.
man.
So I would marry Bennett.
This is
Kevin, what do you got?
Inappropriate.
I
do, Tully.
Bennett is hot, but he also looks a lot like the son on Breaking Bad with cerebral palsy.
Look, I agree.
Wow.
Doesn't he?
Hey, could you say, I just want some cereal? Or what was that line?
Wait, Bennett looks like a guy that has cerebral palsy.
The kid on Breaking. You ever watch Breaking Bad?
Nah.
Oh.
RJ Mitty.
You know, I heard on the
He looks a lot like him, man.
Jim and Sam show, I think, that they said that guy died in that show.
No.
So now I'm like, oh, well, now I don't need to see it.
He does. Fuck. He looks like Bennett.
Look, that's Bennett, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He was up at our old studio, our last studio.
That guy or
Yeah.
Bennett?
Or
Yeah.
maybe that was
No,
Bennett.
not Bennett. Maybe
Bennett
it
was there in
Bennett.
spirit.
I really like the Offspring guy.
Hey, do you think?
Nice to meet you. I'm RJ Mitty.
Do you think that Bennett has been seen around the office enough or not that we could say that RJ Bennett is coming up, and then we could play some joke on the staff?
No.
Yeah, I'll kick his crutches out from underneath him.
And he gets real pissed and starts throwing phones at people.
Hey, you kicked my crutches.
I'll finish with my final dude that I would like to marry, and that's Batista.
David
Well,
used to be sweet.
You realize he's probably going to rip your ass in half. Are you okay with that? Because I
mean-
remember you trying to get little dick guys going.
He probably is going to rip my ass in half,
You're
but
all right with that?
You know, baby.
you never know. Maybe it's one of those things like you never see coming. Maybe he wants to be the bottom, and I can pork him.
So you want to
But-
fuck him?
Sure.
There you
He's a
go.
handsome guy. He's jacked. He could save me from danger. He's been in a bunch of cool movies that I love, and he's a wrestler.
He has a great voice.
Oh, he does have a great voice. He's very funny, and I think he could show me some new wrestling moves and stuff. All around, just wins.
Oh, wait,
If you were married,
wins for days.
if you were married to him, he could probably be in Ellis Mania. You could convince him, you know.
Oh yeah, I
like
could,
lick his asshole and be like, "Come on, dude."
Is that the?
I'll force him to come on the show and be a guest, or else no more bung tonguing.
Is he in
Yes,
Guardians of the
that's
Galaxy?
a fucking
That's a reason to marry a man.
That's my guy right there. He's
Yeah.
he got him on the show, or he doesn't tongue his bung.
Is that?
Yeah,
the,
he was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was
Oh,
in
you didn't
Blade
even
Runner
say
2049.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he
That's not a
kicks
bad.
ass.
That's not a bad pick. That one makes sense. All the other ones I was a little skeptical, but
Right.
I mean, John Candy, what the hell? But that one's good.
Yeah.
What else?
Catherwood, anything?
How about like Mike Rowe,
Who's that?
Oh, Dirty Jobs.
the Dirty Jobs guy?
Ew.
You would recognize him if you saw him.
You're so
Yeah,
weird. Is that
what?
like a Venice thing? I don't know. It's just such a weird.
Yeah.
You
what
can
is-
do better. He's so much better than
It's
you.
like being like, oh, I'm with the cash cab guy.
Yeah,
I've
like,
dated
he-
so many girls who
he
have
might-
crushes on that guy. It bums me out.
He seems like a really nice guy, and he just like I could hang out and it wouldn't be annoying.
Nothing would gross him out.
Man, your
Yeah.
wife is so much better than
If
him.
you
True.
sharted, he would be like, "Oh well, I climbed through a sewer one time.
Yeah.
I'm not grossed out by your
You
sharts."
can do so much better.
And some days he would climb out of a sewer and come home and fuck you.
Yeah.
You could suck his poop dick.
I bet you could fuck him, Catherwood. He's that much under you.
And also, Jason's right.
He's gross.
You're too good for him, man.
Yeah, man. You're
Thanks,
way
guys.
better
You
than
gotta
Thanks, guys.
leave him.
How about Ozzy?
No.
You don't want to marry Ozzy?
It's gonna break your heart.
He doesn't do. Oh God, he's no.
I just
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna
I
get into it because he's the Prince of Darkness. But
Yeah.
no,
I love Ozzy.
not at all.
But no.
Not even close.
My,
I'd rather go with Sharon.
I got my final guy
That's saying something.
on my list is Prince Harry.
Which one's that? The red one?
Red one.
The less bald one.
Yeah.
Not the one that looks like a dad.
I would take his wife in a second.
Yeah, I guess Prince Harry's pretty good.
Yeah, not so
Meghan
bad.
Markle's hot.
There's
I
a
would fucking
chance.
walk over broken glass to
There's a chance I could be
tongue her
queen
asshole.
one day. I think. Wouldn't that? I mean, is there a chance I would be queen one day?
No,
if I
you'd
was
be the
No.
princess.
No.
Why?
You'd be
'Cause
his
you're a
princess.
guy.
He's like sixth in line.
I know, but what if all this something happened
Yeah,
to all this
sure.
people?
Nothing.
Yeah, like what was that John Goodman movie? King
Oh,
Ralph.
King
Yeah.
Ralph,
If
yeah.
a King Ralph happens,
Yeah.
and yeah, King Will.
There you go. Queen, I guess.
Do you really want to be King Will?
I don't. Why not? Sure.
Because a lot of pressure. You got to go to stuff and be like, everybody, I'm King Will. You need-
Pressure.
I don't
gotta
know.
show up in public at a polo match. Okay.
Well, you
whatever.
don't like to be touched, so that's perfect because there's very
Yes,
hands-off kind
exactly.
of thing with the queen, right?
That's protocol. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Although the knighting thing, when they tap you with the blade, it's very condescending on your shoulders. I know
That's
you would hate
right. I would not have that happen because I'm the person who would knight people.
I'm looking beyond sex, man. I'm thinking about people that I would want to spend time with.
Oh, I want to help people.
Well, like Swartzen.
What?
What about like Swartzen?
Nick Swartzen?
Yeah, I'd marry Nick Swartzen.
I thought you were saying Schwarzenegger.
It's not that bad.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
a
Like,
good guy.
like that would be a good life. That'd be a fun life to be married to Nick
Be a
Swartzen.
hungover life.
Yeah,
yeah. Lots of diarrhea.
especially me because I'd be
cannot-
sober,
he
so I'd
can-
just take care of him all the time.
He cannot not say diarrhea every couple of sentences. You realize that,
And
right?
I see him around at restaurants and stuff. He has different culinary priorities than you do as well.
Yeah, that might be it. No, you're.
That's going to
totally
make it
right.
tough. I have two more. I ended up with two more somehow. Damian Lillard.
Who's that?
He's point guard for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Specific.
Yeah. I just think I was trying to think of an NBA guy. I think he's the handsomest guy in the NBA. I think he's totally hot.
He's a good-looking dude.
And he plays in Portland. Like I could live in Portland. We get to totally break down barriers.
Is
you
he
know,
rich?
socially. Yeah, he's the best player on the team. We're talking about like over $100 million contract.
Wow.
And then, I get to be all around the NBA. That opens all the doors to going to all the games and shit like that.
Yeah, you'll be an NBA wife.
Your asshole's fucked though. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a big.
I mean, I'm
thick
assuming
meat.
we don't know that, and also I'm assuming he loves me and isn't hell bent on destroying my anus.
Yeah, he's gonna be gentle.
You could have your butthole
I
surgically
don't know.
augmented.
Those young guys, pretty hell bent on
And he's
destroying
like
anus.
he's like 6'3". It's not like he's like 7 feet tall or anything.
Yeah, dude, he's not going out on a date with you. He wants to marry you. Of course, he'll be
He loves
gentle.
Damian Lillard loves me.
Right.
Your
And
ass
I
will get used
also
to it.
and probably and I also picked Donald Trump because that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That'd be the funniest thing ever because if I marry Donald Trump, that means he has to marry me.
Wait, are you first man?
Yes.
Wow.
Imagine the shockwaves that go through the
know.
world if it is announced tomorrow that he is marrying.
That's what I
me.
thought about Prince Harry. That would make the news big time in the UK.
But it
for
would
sure.
be more than news. It would change everything.
He went so much bigger than me. I just wanted to marry Scott Greenstein. That was my plan. So I felt like if I was married to Scott Greenstein, I could really throw some shit around here, and that would be. I mean, I know everyone's scared of him when he comes into town. I'm like, if I'm his husband, you're scared of me when I'm in
Absolutely.
town.
Everybody
Then
shits a brick.
all
when
the
you come to
meetings. I know my contract. I'm like, listen, honey, this is how much you're going to be giving me. Actually, you know what? You don't have to give me anything. I'll just fucking live at your
Yeah,
house.
you guys got shared bank account.
I just realized I'm free, baby.
You don't have to work.
Show wouldn't sound any different.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
how sweet my job is.
That's pretty cool.
I saw an
You
interesting...
know, you just hear a lot about how big Scott's dick was. I'd be telling you about that. That'd be any difference. Last night, boy. Yeah. Anyway.
Good loving. Anyway. So I saw this headline while I was reading that mime story. A woman went to the police in Spain and said that she had been defrauded. She had a contract with somebody and that they were not holding up their end of the bargain. You see, she and her daughter say they had promised, a man had promised them that they would kill a man for them, harvest the organs, and share 60,000 euro from the sale. They made a down payment for the hit. And then the guy did not actually kill anybody or harvest their organs. So months later, she went to the police and reported that she had been defrauded.
No, that's stupid. She should go to a lawyer because it's breach of contract.
No, she should have hired another hitman to kill that hitman.
Can we just shoot her in the parking lot?
Seriously, like we don't need her.
Yeah, I don't need it. We don't. Do we need to bring like money and courts and stuff into this? Can't you just report it, kill her, and then let's go smoko, take a break or something?
Right.
Everybody go on break.
I never understood because 60,000 euro. What's that? Like 80,000 bucks or something? I don't
Sure.
know. Okay. Which is a great sum of money, but it's not worth throwing your life away. Like I could totally see someone doing that for $80 million. You go like, let's shoot. Let's swing for the fences on this one. It's gonna change our lives.
This
first.
is a make or break.
Yeah.
You're ex-junkie. You can't see why they would do that?
Maybe. I mean, but is she a junkie? This isn't junkie thinking.
You don't think it's just
Get
the money and then
sicko thinking. It's the same thing I watch like those Datelines or Forensic Files, and the people killed their husband for $40,000 of insurance money, and I go, why what's
the more you just want to kill somebody,
yeah, I think you just really need this person dead,
right?
Yeah,
because it isn't about the money. Oh shit, what is it? It's about the end of the day. Thanks for being on the show, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't die.
The king of the afternoons isn't just on the radio.
They've been all around the world, and no one's ever told us how many M&Ms they can fit in their foreskin.